hydrogen atom, quantum mechanics. Okay, we know that in a hydrogen atom contain one proton and one electron. Neutron is absent. Means here nucleus means only proton. Nucleus means only proton. Okay, now hydrogen atom contain one electron only. Yes or no? Hydrogen atom contain only one electron only. No. And Bohr say that three postulates. What is the first postulates? Electrostatic force is equal to, yes or no? Nucleus at the center and electron is moving around the nucleus. Yes or no? Now here is a two force act on this one. One is a electrostatic force. Electrostatic force, and second one is a centripetal force or centripetal force. Centripetal. Okay, m square upon r is equal to k square upon r square. Yes or no? Means this electron moving in a circular orbit. Yes or no? This is the first Bohr postulates. What is the second Bohr postulates? Second Bohr postulates is electron moving only those orbit it has integral multiple of nh cross. Yes or no? Integral multiple of nh cross. Second Bohr postulates. Second Bohr postulates. What is the second Bohr postulates? Second Bohr postulates electron moving only those orbit. Its angular momentum is integral multiple of eh cross. Integral multiple of eh cross. And this is moving only those orbit. Why this is moving only those orbit? Because electron moving in these orbits, no loss of energy. No loss of energy. Or this state, we can say this it will be stationary state. Yes or no? This will be, we can say, in the stationary state. Okay. Stationary state means electron moving only this orbit, energy is no loss. Energy is not lost, then what happened? Electron is not incident in nucleus. Yes or no? This one is not incident in the nucleus. This orbit is known as a stationary orbit. Okay. L is equal to nh cross. L is a angular momentum. Angular momentum is equal to how much? Angular momentum is equal to r bar cross p bar. R bar cross p bar. Okay, p bar is nothing but momentum. Okay, a momentum is equal to mass into velocity. M is constant, take outside. M r bar cross v bar. What is the angle between r bar and v bar? See here, r bar along the directions, v bar along the directions. What is the angle between them? Angle between them is equal to 90 degree. Then we know that a bar cross v bar is equal to ab sine theta. Yes or no? A bar cross b bar is equal to AB sine theta. Theta is equal to 90. Then A bar cross B bar is equal to how much? This is equal to simply AB when theta is equal to 90 degree. समझ में आ रहा है? Theta is equal to 90 degree. Means L bar is equal to how much then? L bar is equal to M V R. Okay, V bar cross R bar is equal to RV sine 90. Sine 90 is equal to 1. Means simply we can write on the L bar or simply write on the magnitude of this. Means L is equal to how much? MVR. Alright, समझ में? Angular momentum is equal to MVR. But we know that in second Bohr postulates, L is equal to how much? NH cross. NH cross. Okay. And N is equal to which values are allowed for this case? N is equal to 0, 1, 2, dash. These values are allowed one. Okay. But already we can solve L value. L value is nothing but MVR. L value is nothing but MVR is equal to how much? NH cross. H cross is nothing but H cross is equal to H upon 2 pi. H cross is nothing but H upon 2 pi. Okay. Now MVR is equal to how much? MVR is equal to N into H upon 2 pi. Yes or no? No. Then MV is equal to how much then? mv is equal to, yes, nh upon 2 pi r. nh upon 2 pi r. This is the mass into velocity is equal to this one. Okay. Or simply MER is equal to NH upon 2 pi r. And what is the first power? First power is MA square upon R is equal to K square upon R. Okay. Now, then what is the kinetic energy? MER is equal to NH upon 2 pi R. Okay. And second one, what is the first power principle? MA square upon R is equal to how much? K square upon R square. K is nothing but, yes, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Means E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught R square. अरे समझ में? Means M square is equal to how much then? M square. 1 R get cancel. Means this become E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. अरे समझ में? From first Bohr principle, we getting the M square is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught. And from second Bohr principle, we getting mu is equal to nh upon r. Okay. Now, suppose we need to find out the total energy. Total energy is equal to how much? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. Yes or no? But here nature is attractive nature. Means what is the potential energy for hydrogen atom? Potential energy for hydrogen atom is minus E square upon or K square upon R होती है. K square upon R. This is the potential energy of hydrogen atom. Means V is equal to how much? Minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. अरे समझ में? This is the potential energy. And we know that total energy E is equal to how much? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. हमारे पास अभी क्या है देखिए, m square value. M square is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. And total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. What is the potential energy for hydrogen atom? Potential energy for hydrogen atom is minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Now substitute this value in this equation. E is equal to T plus V. E is equal to T plus V. T kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is nothing but P square upon 2m plus V. T square can be written as m square V square. Means 1 half m V square. 1m गेट कैंसिल हो जाएगा, समझ में आ रहा है? प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी फॉर हाइड्रोजन एटम 1/4 by epsilon naught R. Okay, this is the potential energy of hydrogen atom. And what is the value of 1 half m square? 1 half write down as it is. And what is the value of m square? M square from second Bohr postulates, m square is equal to getting E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Substitute here. Then this is equal to how much then? E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. समझ में आ रहा है? Here coefficient is 1/8. Here coefficient is 1/4. तो यहाँ क्या करना पड़ेगा हमको? Here we can multiply by 2, divide by 2. Then denominator part become same. Yes or no? Here coefficient is 1/2 into 1/4, 1/8. Here is 1/4. So here we can multiply by 2, divide by 2. Then this become E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught R minus E square 2 times of E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught R. समझ में आ रहा है? क्योंकि हमें एडिशन करना है या सब्ट्रैक्शन करना है तो डिनोमिनेटर कैसे होना चाहिए? सेम होना चाहिए. Here coefficient is like that 1. Here coefficient is 2. 1 minus 2, 2. Then this is equal to how much then? E square upon, yes, 8 pi epsilon naught R. Now this is the total energy of, sorry, minus. Don't take the plus because minus 2 is larger as compared to the plus. Means we're getting final sign is the minus. Minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. This is the energy of which atom? Hydrogen atom. Yes or no? Now, this is equal to how much? E square upon epsilon naught. Next, we're getting m V square is equal to how much? M square is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Okay, this is the first Bohr principle. Yes or no? First Bohr postulates. Suppose both sides we can multiply it by m. Both sides multiplied by m. Then this become m square V square is equal to m E square upon how much? 4 pi epsilon naught R. समझ में आ रहा है? m square V square is equal to m square e square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. Now, what is the value of m square v square upon r square? m square v square upon r square. m v upon r मिला हमें, देखिए यहाँ, यस, सपोज हम यहाँ एडजस्ट कर देते हैं, देखिए एम वी इज इक्वल टू तो हमारे पास है एन एच अपॉन 2 पाई आर, बट हमें क्या चाहिए, तो एम स्क्वायर वी स्क्वायर, तो एम वी इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, एन एच अपॉन 2 पाई आर. एम वी इज इक्वल टू, यस, एम वी इज इक्वल टू एन एच अपॉन 2 पाई आर. ओके, हाँ, तो इसका स्क्वायर करने के बाद हमारे पास कौन सी वैल्यू आ सकती है, देखिए, तो वी गेटिंग स्क्वायरिंग ऑफ दिस वन, देन वी गेटिंग एन स्क्वायर एच स्क्वायर अपॉन n square, squaring of this one, then this is equal to, this can be written as, yes, m square v square is equal to n square s square upon 4 pi r square, 4 pi r square. Now substitute here, then we getting m square v square is equal to n square h square upon 4 pi r square, upon 4 pi r square. Okay, is equal to how much, m e square upon m e square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r, 4 pi epsilon naught r. Okay, here is r square, here is r. Now we can cross multiplication. देखिए तो क्या क्या कर सकते हैं हम, सपोज मान के चलिए कि r we can take it on this side, so here is r square, here is r, one r get cancel, means r is equal to, now this 4 pi get cancel, we getting r is equal to n square h square epsilon naught upon m going in denominator upon m e square upon m e square. 4 pi तो कैंसिल हो रहा है, समझ में आ रहा है, n square a square, ये epsilon naught going to this side multiplied and r square going to this side, numerator r square upon r is the r divided by m e square. Means what is the value of r here? R is equal to n square a square upon m e square. Then what is the value of r then? R square is equal to n square h square epsilon naught upon m e square. Okay, then we can substitute the r value in energy. Energy is equal to how much, minus e square upon 8 pi epsilon naught r. Okay, so we getting yes, r is equal to how much then? H cross, h cross square, h square constant variable constant, epsilon naught constant, m constant, e square constant. Then r is equal to, yes, we can write down like that, eh square epsilon naught upon em e square, okay, into n square, okay. And suppose मान के चलो कि this is some constant a naught is equal to how much, h square epsilon naught upon m e square, okay. Now because this one is all are constant, we can substitute this value, we getting the fixed values, means r is equal to, we getting a naught en square. A naught is constant, this value is equal to how much, this one, means r is equal to how much, a naught en square. And a naught is known as a Bohr radius. A naught is known as Bohr radius. Okay. And what is the Bohr radius values? A naught is equal to, yes, we know that 0.53 angstrom. Suppose we can calculate this value, we can substitute all these terms, we getting the a naught value. And a naught is equal to how much, 0.53 angstrom. Means r is equal to how much, 0.53 angstrom into n square. Means n increases, radius is increases. Yes or no? Like that. Suppose this is the first orbit, second orbit. We know that in this case, which term is increases? This is KLM. Here we know that n is equal to 1. Here n is equal to 2. Here n is equal to 3, and so on, like that. Here n increases, radius is increases. Simple, समझ में आ रहा है? KLM, n value is changing, n value changing are also changing. 0.53 is a constant one. Suppose n is equal to 1, this is nothing but first orbit. First orbit is known as Bohr orbit. So why we can say Bohr orbits? Because hydrogen atom electron moving in first orbit. Yes or no? And what is the radius of this? The radius of this orbit is 0.53 angstrom. Means R is equal to 0.53 angstrom into n square. Means simply R is directly proportional to n square. Means n increases, radius increases. N increases, radius increases. Okay. Now R is equal to A naught. Okay. और सिंपली इस ए नॉट को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? देखिए ए नॉट इज इक्वल टू हमारे पास कौन सी वैल्यू थी? दिस इज नथिंग बट एन स्क्वायर एच स्क्वायर अपॉन हाउ मच एम ई स्क्वायर. But sometimes we can substitute the h cross square values. Sometimes we can use the h cross square value. At that time कैसे एडजस्टमेंट होती देखिए, तो n स्क्वायर एच स्क्वायर अपॉन यहाँ 4 पाई एडजस्ट करते हैं, 4 पाई स्क्वायर. ओके, into 4 me square. Okay, why we can adjust this one? because बोलिए मुझे, क्योंकि यहाँ क्या होता है देखिए, तो h क्रॉस अपॉन 2 पाई इज नथिंग बट h अपॉन 2 पाई इज नथिंग बट h क्रॉस. मतलब हमारा आंसर जो है तो h क्रॉस में लिखना है, तो h क्रॉस की जगह पे हमें कौन सी वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करनी है? ऊपर दिए h अपॉन 2 पाई, और h अपॉन 2 पाई की जगह पे हम h क्रॉस लिख सकते हैं. समझ में आ रहा है? ओके, नाउ देखिए, देन एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? देन एनर्जी E इज इक्वल टू क्या आ रहा था हमारा आंसर? E इज इक्वल टू यस माइनस ई स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 pi epsilon naught r. Yes or no? What is the energy? Energy E is equal to, we getting how much? Energy, kinetic energy plus potential energy, we can substitute here. We're getting the minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught r. Minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught r. 8 pi epsilon naught r. Okay, we're getting now r value also. What is the nth state energy? This also we can find out the energy of nth state. And what is the radius for nth state? Radius for nth state, R is equal to n square s square epsilon naught upon m e square. Substitute here. Rn is replaced by, we can find out the energy for nth state. We at that time we can do the radius also nth state. Then Rn is equal to how much? N square h square epsilon naught upon pi m e square. Okay, pi m e square. Substitute this value here. Then we're getting the energy En is equal to minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught into Rn. What is the value of Rn? What is the value of Rn? Rn की value put करिए here. N square h square epsilon naught, okay, upon pi z m e square. Pi get cancel. Don't write down the here z because this is a hydrogen atom. Okay. Simply write down the m square. Suppose हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम है तो हम z भी लिख सकते हैं. क्लियर? पाई पाई गेट कैंसिल. E into E become m to the e to the power 4 means minus m e to the power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught n square h square into epsilon naught. Okay, into epsilon naught. Now we can focus on here. Which part is constant one? Suppose we can find out for general any atom, then we can write down the Rn is equal to how much? Pi z m e square. Okay, suppose this one is not a hydrogen atom. At that time we need to take z value also. Then we can write down the z going to numerator. This is equal to how much? Minus or z m e to the power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught en square s square epsilon naught. Okay, focus on this part. Focus on this part. Or m also constant. Focus on this one. See here minus z m e square. Sorry, यहाँ तो z square हो जाएगा जब हम यहाँ पुट करेंगे तो दिस बिकम z स्क्वायर, तो डोंट राइट डाउन दिस z, तो कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं। हाँ तो दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच देन m square upon, देखिए all are constants one here, except n, only n will be changing, remaining all are constants one. Then what is this values? We can substitute this value, we getting minus 13.6 upon n square, and this value getting in the form of electron volt. So what is the energy for nth state? Energy for nth state is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt upon n square. अरे समझ में? This is equal to how much? Minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. By using the Bohr postulate, first Bohr postulate, second Bohr postulate, and we can adjust this one, we're getting the Rn values. Yes or no? Rn value is equal to how much? N square, pi square, n square, h square, epsilon naught upon pi z n square. Okay? We're getting the energy. And what is the relation between this? This is equal to, Rn is equal to Rn is equal to A naught n square, and energy is equal to how much? Energy is equal to minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. Okay, memorize these two, energy and radius for which atom? H atom or H like atom. H atom or H like atom. H like atom है तो इसमें Z भी survive हो जाएगा। अरे समझ में? H atom, this one. H like atom is like that. Rn is equal to, इसमें क्या चेंज होगा देखिए, तो this is A naught n square upon Z आ जाएगा। Clear? This is the which case H atom like, okay, or H like atoms. अरे समझ में? H like atoms. At that time energy getting is equal to like minus 13.6 into Z square upon n square electron volt. This is again for hydrogen like atom. Hydrogen like atom means suppose lithium. Lithium configuration is 1s2, 2s1 means how many electron in outer cell? Is 1 electron. Okay, so this is the hydrogen like atom. At that time, what is the small change? Just to substitute the Z value and n value, we're getting the energy for lithium atom. समझ में आ रहा है? By using the hydrogen atom energy and radius formula, only changing the Z values. Clear? This is the formulas for hydrogen like atom. EMS में हम ये डिटेल देखेंगे. What is the radius formula? What is the energy formula? यहाँ तो totally important नहीं, यहाँ बस which term is important? R is equal to A naught n square is important, and second one, these two formula is important. Rn for which energy radius? Nth radius is equal to A naught n square, and A naught is known as Bohr's radius, and what is this value? This is equal to 0.53 angstrom, and here energy is equal to how much? Minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. ये दो फॉर्मूला हमें यहाँ इंपॉर्टेंस है. Clear? What is the radius in this one? Okay. Now, what is the central potential? What is the central potential of hydrogen atom? Now, hydrogen atom is a spherical atom. Okay, why we can say the spherical? Because here wave function R is a function of, here wave function is function of R only. Here wave function of hydrogen atom is a depends upon R only. This is does not depends upon theta and phi. Not depends on theta and phi. Yes or no? ये थीटा और फाई पे डिपेंड नहीं करता, इसीलिए we can say this is a spherical system. Yes or no? और spherically symmetric nature. क्यों? क्योंकि this function is does not depends upon theta and phi. System is 3D. Okay, और ये spherical है, तो इसमें कौन कौन से कोऑर्डिनेट वेरी हो सकते हैं? R varying along this direction, theta varying along these directions, and phi varying along this direction. Yes or no? The system is spherical, then coordinates is R, theta, phi. Yes or no? Coordinates कौन से होते हैं? R, theta, phi. But here wave function is depends upon R only. This is a spherically symmetric one. Clear? Hydrogen atom, always memorize this is a 3D case, not 1D or 2D case. Means here we can use the how many variables? 3 variables. Which variables? R, theta, phi. समझ में आ रहा है? Hydrogen atom is a 3D case. H atom 3 dimension, 3D. Okay. Now in 3D system, what is the del square? Hydrogen atom is a function of, like H is a function of, H function is R, theta, phi. R, theta, phi. Then what is the del square? Del square formula in spherical system. Del square formula in which system? Del square in spherical. Yes, in spherical system. What is the general formula? Yes, Boolean. General formula 1 upon H1, H2, H3. Dab upon dab Q1, H2, H3 upon H1 into dab upon dab Q1 plus dab upon dab Q2, H1 H3, H1 H3 upon H2 dab upon dab Q2 plus dab upon dab Q3 plus dab upon dab Q3 H1 H2 upon sorry yes H1 H3 upon H2 upon H3 dab upon dab Q3. Okay. Now what is the value of Q1, Q2, Q3? And what is the value of H1, H2, H3 in spherical system? Yes, in spherical system. In spherical system. What is the value of H1, H2, H3? H1, comma, H2, comma, H3 is equal to how much? This is equal to 1, comma, R sin theta. ये value होती है. This is the value of H1, H2, H3. And what is the value of Q1, Q1, Q2, Q3? Yes or no? Q1, Q2, Q3. Means in this spherical system, which coordinates are variables? Variable is R, theta, phi. समझ में आ रहा है? What is the Q1, Q2, Q3? R, theta, phi. What is the value of H1, H2, H3? Is 1 R sin theta. ये कहाँ से आते हैं? Length elements से. We know that. What is the length elements? The dr. What is the second length element? R d theta. What is the third length element? R sin theta d phi. ये क्या होता है? H1 into dl1, H2 into dl2, H3 into dl3. इसे कंपेयर करिए तो we getting H1, H2, H3. अरे समझ में? We can substitute this value in these equations. Yes. Then we getting yes 1 upon R square dab upon sin theta dab upon dab R H2 H3. What is the H2? R. What is the H3? R sin theta. R into R square sin theta upon H1 means 1 dab upon dab R plus second ये दो है तो common है. This is 1 upon H1 H2 H3 is common for all the terms. Means 1 upon R square sin theta dab upon dab theta. What is value? H1 H2. H1 is equal to 1. H2 is equal to R. Means R upon R sin theta into dab upon dab theta plus 1 upon R square sin theta into dab upon dab phi. Okay, H1 H3. Okay, second क्या है? H1 H3 है ना? H1 H3. में this is equal to how much? R sin theta upon R. Okay, and third one is H1 S2. H1 S2 1 upon R into R sin theta dab upon dab phi. Okay, देखिए sin theta is not a function of R. Sin theta is not a function of R. We can take outside, then sin theta get cancel. Means we getting 1 upon R square dab upon dab R into R square dab upon dab R. नहीं तो ऐसे मत करिए कि R square derivative is a 2R. First take whatever the derivative this one, then multiply, then the whole system operate on dab upon dab R. नहीं तो dimensionally this one is not correct. Huh? Now suppose here don't take the sin theta is common out because we can take the derivative with respect to theta. But R is not a function of theta. R is not a function of theta. We can take outside or this R get cancel. Means we getting 1 upon R square into sin theta dab upon dab theta into sin theta dab upon dab theta. Okay, plus this R get cancel. Sin theta we can take common out. Then this become R square sin square theta into dab square upon dab phi square. Because sin theta is not a function of phi, so इसलिए this will be constant. Take outside. Means what is the del square in spherical system? Del square in spherical system. Del square in spherical system is how much? 1 upon R square dab upon dab R. R square dab upon dab R. 1 upon R square sin theta dab upon dab theta sin theta डाबा अपॉन डाबा थीटा प्लस 1 अपॉन आर स्क्वायर साइन स्क्वायर थीटा डाबा स्क्वायर अपॉन डाबा बाय स्क्वायर। आपको ये मेमोराइज करना आता है तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, नो नीड टू मेमोराइज दिस वन। लेकिन ये आपको ये मेमोराइज हो ना तो सिस्टम विल बी चेंज only h1 h2 h3 q1 q2 q3 value will be changed. Suppose system is Cartesian, then what is the value of h1 h2 h3 is 1 1 1. What is the q1 q2 q3 is x y z. System is cylindrical, then 1 row 1. And what is the q1 q2 q3 q1 q2 q3 is row 5 and z. अरे समझ में, row 5 z. Spherical h1 h2 h3 this one q1 q2 q3. Once you know these values, just substitute in this formula. यहाँ भी ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है। देखिए here del square है तो यहाँ भी पावर 2 ही होनी चाहिए। देखिए this power is first power, this is power is second, 1 into 1 2 means the dimensionally this one is correct. Okay, अब ऐसे ट्राई करेंगे ना, r square is 2r, 1r get cancel means r 2r double upon double, this one is not a dimensionally correct because power is 1 here. इसलिए ऐसे कभी मत ट्राई करिए कि r square का पहला डेरिवेटिव निकालिए इसके बाद जो भी पार्ट है उसका डेरिवेटिव निकाल, ऐसे नहीं है। तो प्रॉपरली ऑर्डर लीजिए। फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दिस वन। हमारा क्वेश्चन कुछ डेरिवेटिव आएगा, मल्टीप्लाई टू दिस पार्ट एंड देन होल पार्ट ऑपरेट ऑन दिस वन। सिमिलरली हियर आल्सो फर्स्ट सॉल्व दिस पार्ट देन ऑपरेट ऑन दिस वन। इसमें तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, जो भी रहेगा उसका टेक द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ पार्ट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस वन। यस, बोलिए, एनी डाउट इन दिस केस? दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल स्क्वायर in del square in spherical system. Okay, no, del square in spherical system. Next, we can find out the what is the wave function of hydrogen atom. Okay, wave function of hydrogen atom. What is the wave function of hydrogen atom? Wave function of hydrogen atom. We know that general तो wave function हमें पता होता है. What is the general wave function of hydrogen atom or ground state? 1 upon pi naught cube e to the power minus r upon e into minus r upon a naught. Yes or no? Minus a upon c here. Okay. ये तो हमें पता है, बहुत टाइम्स आपने सॉल्व भी किया होगा कि व्हाट इज द वेव फंक्शन ऑफ 1 0 0 is equal to how much? 1 upon pi naught cube, 1 upon pi naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. जब हम प्रॉपर्टी वगैरह फाइंड करते हैं उस टाइम we can take the derivative of, we can take the wave function of hydrogen atom at a ground state, at a ground state. This first value is nothing but L. What is the second value? Is nothing but L. And what is the third values? Okay, means hydrogen के लिए हम फंक्शन कैसे लिखते हैं? तो psi n l m. What is the n? This one. What is the second value? Is nothing but L. What is the third value? Is nothing but m. समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ, तो देखिए, what is the general format? Psi. Okay. देखिए, what is the potential for hydrogen atom? E square upon potential energy in the system of any external field V of r is equal to z square upon 4 pi epsilon naught r होता है. Okay. Now अभी तो हमने सॉल्व कर दिया, but we know that what is the Schrödinger equation? Schrödinger equation HSI is equal to E psi. SI is equal to E psi. H is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. Bracket complete psi is equal to E psi. समझ में आ रहा है? What is this one? This is nothing but H cross square upon M होता है. आ रहा है समझ में? This is equal to how much? Minus H cross square upon 2M double square upon, or here simply write down the del square plus V bracket complete psi is equal to E psi. Okay, इसको उस साइड लीजिए तो this become del square plus 2m upon h cross square. Okay, E minus V bracket complete psi is equal to 0. This is the Schrodinger equation of the system. But here we need to take the reduced mass. Why? Because this is a double body problem. Yes or no? This is a double body problem. डबल बॉडी प्रॉब्लम हम इसको क्यों बोलेंगे? देखिए, दिस वन इज डबल बॉडी प्रॉब्लम बिकॉज प्रोटॉन एट अ center and electron is moving around the nucleus. Means here is the first particle, here is the second particle. Means here is a two bodies. Okay, means the double body problem is converted into double body problem. Yes, double body problem is converted into single body problem, into a single body problem. Okay, single body problem by using कौन सा कंसेप्ट हम यूज करते हैं कि डबल बॉडी इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू सिंगल बॉडी बाय यूजिंग द reduced mass concept. Yes or no? Or reduced mass concept. Yes or no? Using the double body problem is converted into single body problem using reduced mass concept. Okay, using reduced mass concept. Okay, what is the reduced mass concept? Reduced mass concept, and we know that 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon mass of first body, suppose proton, then mp plus mass of electron. Mass of electron is 1 upon e. समझ में आ रहा है? mass of electron. So this is equal to how much? Mass of electron plus mass of proton divided by mass of electron into mass of proton. Now this is equal to u is equal to how much? U is equal to mass of proton means mass of nucleus. Mass of nucleus into mass of electron divided by mass of nucleus plus mass of electron. Okay, is the reduced mass of the system. Reduced mass of the system. Yes or no? ये जो है ना वो reduced mass है of the system. Is the reduced mass of the system. समझ में आ रहा है? दो particles means first is a nucleus, second is a electron. Reduced mass of the system. Next. Using the separation of variable techniques, लेकिन इसे reduced mass तो हमने लिख दिया, but what is the energy here? What is the Schrodinger equation? Schrodinger equation is just psi is equal to E psi. We're getting the del square plus 2m upon h cross square E minus v bracket complete psi is equal to 0. And what is the del square? Del square तो अभी तो हमने solve कर दिया था. 1 upon r square double upon double r square double upon. Okay, right here, right down here. Then this become yes. देखिए, what is the del square? Del square plus 2m. Don't write down now. Here is m. Here we can write the reduced mass u. Okay, upon h cross square e minus v bracket complete psi is equal to 0. u क्यों लिखा है समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Because u is nothing but reduced mass. Okay. Then this is equal to how much? This one. Then del square is nothing but अभी तो हमने solve कर दिया कि 1 upon r square double square. Sorry, don't write down the double square. Double upon double r square double upon double. Okay, ये हो गया r वाला part. Plus second one. What is the second? Second is theta part. Theta part is 1 upon r square sin theta double upon double theta into sin theta double upon double theta plus what is the value of phi part? 1 upon r square sin square theta into double square upon double phi square. ये हो गया del square. In which system? Spherical system. Plus write down the 2u upon h cross square. 2u upon h cross square e minus v bracket complete is equal to psi. Now here psi is function of किस का function है? देखिए, psi is a function of r, theta, phi. Yes or no? psi जो हमारा function रहेगा, ये function किस का रहेगा? तो psi is a function of, इसके लिए यहाँ psi psi लिखिए, don't worry. Okay, here also we can write on the psi. Here also we can write on the psi. Psi is a function of r, theta, phi. ये तीनों वेरिएबल का ये हमारा फंक्शंस रहेगा. Psi is a function of r, theta, phi. Using the separation of variable technique, separation of variable technique, one can find the solution of the above equation to be okay, psi of r, theta, phi. Psi of r, theta, phi. With this can be written as r n l. n l समझ में आ रहा है? n is principal quantum number, l is orbital quantum number. ये किसका फंक्शन रहेगा? r का. नेक्स्ट h lm, okay, h is a function of theta, and the next is a phi of phi. This is theta. Means first function is a radial far function, second is theta function, and third one is a phi function. इसको तीनों में हम स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं, r of r, h of theta and phi of phi. समझ में आ रहा है? नाउ देखिए, इसमें हमें स्फेरिकल का पार्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, नाउ r and l of r and l of r is equal to how much then? 2z upon n a naught cube, 2z upon n a naught cubes into n minus l minus 1 bracket complete factorial upon 2 raised 2n into n plus 1 bracket is to 2 into n plus 1 bracket factorial bracket is to cube. Okay, and this bracket is to 1 by 2 r n l of r, okay, is equal to bracket is to how much? 1 by 2. अरे समझ में, 2z upon n a naught cube bracket is to 3 into n minus l minus 1 bracket complete factorial upon 2n into n plus 1 factorial bracket is to cube. ये जो क्यूब है ना, बस उसके लिए क्यूब है. This is for this one. Okay, into e to the power exponential part e to the power minus zr upon en a naught, into 2zr upon n a naught bracket is to l into capital L bracket is to 2l plus 1 okay, into 2zr upon n a naught okay. This is the function of r only. Okay, r function is 2z upon n a naught bracket is to cube n minus l minus 1 bracket complete factorial upon 2n into n plus 1 factorial bracket is to cube bracket is to 1 by 2 e to the power minus zr upon n a naught 2zr upon n a naught bracket is to l into l to the power 2l plus 1 2zr upon n a naught, और यह सफिक्स भी लिख सकते हैं n plus 1, सफिक्स इज n plus 1. ओके, तो देखिए, this is for r solution. What is the theta solution? Theta means right on the edge lm of theta is equal to inside the bracket root 2l plus 1 into 2l plus 1 into l minus m bracket complete factorial divided by 2l plus m bracket is 2l plus m bracket complete factorial, okay, bracket complete, into plm cos theta, plm cos theta, okay. PLM as cos theta is known as Hermite polynomials. आ रहा है समझ में? PLM cos theta is nothing but Hermite polynomial, like that. जैसे हमने देखा था in LHS system, Hn of alpha x. Hn of alpha x is equal to how much? This is like that P0 cos theta. ये जो वैल्यू है ना, वो Hermite polynomial की वैल्यूज आते हैं. समझ में आ रहा है? PLM cos theta. This is the solution of. समझ में आ रहा है? This is the solution. Using the separation of variable techniques, one can find the solution of the above equation. मतलब इस equation के solution कौन से आ रहा है? First, second, and third one. Okay. And what is the value of phi of phi? Phi of phi is equal to 1 upon root 2 pi e to the power I m phi. E to the power I m phi. समझ में आ रहा है? This is for r, this is for theta, and this is for phi. इसमें सबसे सिंपल कौन सा है? For phi. Phi of phi is equal to 1 upon root 2 phi. 1 upon root 2 pi e to the power I m phi. समझ में आ रहा है? 1 upon root 2 pi e to the power I m phi. R of r का तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट दिखाई दे रहा है. देखिए 2z upon n a naught bracket s2 cube into n minus l minus 1 bracket complete factorial upon 2n into n plus 1 factorial bracket s2 cube. आणि ये जो है ना, ये दो टर्म्स का 1 by root 2 है. मतलब ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं रूट 2z upon n a naught bracket s2 3. समझ में आ रहा है? e to the power minus zr upon n a naught into 2zr upon n a naught bracket s2 l n plus 1 2l plus 1 into 2zr upon n a naught. A naught is a Bohr radius. L means orbital quantum number. N means principal quantum number. Okay, and m is nothing but azimuthal quantum number. समझ में आ रहा है? तो नेक्स्ट हम सब फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं कि डिफरेंट वैल्यूज, विच डिफरेंट वैल्यूज आर के. देखिए सपोज मैंने n इज इक्वल टू 1, l इज इक्वल टू 0 पुट कर दिया, तो वी गेटिंग व्हाट इज द r n l वैल्यूज? r n l इज इक्वल टू r n l ऑफ r. तो उसको बोलते हैं स्फेरिकल, स्फेरिकल, और बाकी जो सेकंड है उसे हार्मोनिक्स बोलते हैं. स्फेरिकल हार्मोनिक्स, टोटल स्फेरिकल हार्मोनिक्स आउट ऑफ, देखिए psi ऑफ, वेयर इज द psi? सपोज मान के चलो कि हियर psi ऑफ r कोमा थीटा कोमा phi. ओके, इसमें कौन कौन से पार्ट आ जाएंगे? psi ऑफ r, psi ऑफ थीटा एंड psi ऑफ phi. समझ में आ रहा है? इसको बोलते हैं हार्मोनिक्स. We can say that this is a harmonic and this is a spherical, and it's totally spherical harmonics. Okay. See here, write down the r values. What is the r? R NL of r is equal to, yes, 2z upon n a naught bracket is to how much? 3 into n minus l minus 1 bracket complete factorial upon 2n into n plus l bracket complete factorial and bracket is to how much? Cube. Now total bracket complete into bracket is to 1 by 2. Okay, like this one is the first part is constant part, into second one e to the power minus zr upon n a naught. Okay, e to the power minus zr upon a naught into 2zr upon n a naught bracket is to how much? Bracket is to l. Okay, into l n plus 1 into 2l plus 1 raised to 2l plus 1 into 2zr upon n a naught. 2zr upon n a naught. ये 2 और z में कंफ्यूजन मत करिए, 2z/n a नॉट, या भी हम इसको ऐड कर सकते हैं, l+1 लिख सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, एज यू विश। आपको लग रहा है वहां नहीं लिखना है तो मत लिखिए। तो अभी हम थोड़ा सा वेव फंक्शन, नॉर्मलाइज रेडिकल वेव फंक्शन लिखते हैं। ओके, टेबल किसके लिए? वेव फंक्शन के लिए। नॉर्मलाइज्ड, नॉर्मलाइज, नॉर्मलाइज, नॉर्मलाइज रेडियल वेव फंक्शंस, रेडियल वेव फंक्शन, रेडियल वेव फंक्शन, रेडियल वेव फंक्शन। देखिए हमें यहाँ एन और एल की वैल्यू चूज कर सकते हैं, एन एल वैल्यूज। ओके, सपोज मान के चलिए कि n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1 means which cell? This is a K cell, yes or no? n is equal to 1 means K cell. Then what is the L values? L value is equal to L value क्या होती है? 0 to n-1 होती है, yes or no? L value possible L value तो 0 to n- होती है। n is equal to 1 मतलब 0 and 1-1, 1-1 means 0, means only we getting the L is equal to 0। समझ में आ रहा है? Suppose n is equal to 2, then what is the value of L? L is equal to 0 to 2-1 means this is equal to 0, 1. n is equal to 3 means L is equal to 0, 3-1 means this is equal to 0, 1, 2। समझ में आ रहा है? This is the possible L values. Now n is equal to 1, then L is equal to how much? 0. Okay, then what is the value of this function? R n of r, r r n l of r। देखिए फर्स्ट फंक्शन n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए। n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, then and suppose this is for like hydrogen atom, what is the value of Z? Or H atom, H atom, H atom, Z is equal to how much? 1। समझ में आ रहा है? तो पुट करिए, n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, Z is equal to 1। then first 2, Z is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, a naught means 2 upon a naught bracket is to cube into n is equal to 1 minus 0 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 get cancel, 0 factorial is nothing but 1 upon 2n is a 2, okay, 2 n plus L bracket complete factorial, n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, 0 plus 1 bracket is to cube is 1, bracket complete raised to 1 by 2, okay, into e to the power, yes, Z is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, I mean this is r upon a naught, simply L to the power 0, L to the power 0 means 1. This one is capital L, huh? Capital L bracket is to L plus 0 means this is equal to EL, okay, and this is equal to how much? Z is equal to 1, N is equal to this one means this become true, okay, then this is equal to how much then? And this to take outside, so true, okay, 2 raised to, okay, 4, 3, 8, 8 is the root of 2, okay, 2 into 2 become 4. ब्रैकेट इज टू 3/2 मींस ओके, हाँ देखिए इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं, ब्रैकेट इज टू दिस टू टेक आउटसाइड, ना 2 आउटसाइड लिख दिया हमने, 2 to the power 3/2 मींस इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं हम, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 3 means 8 divided by a naught into, sorry, a naught cube into 1/2 bracket is to 1/2, okay, into e to the power minus r upon a naught, Okay, 1 2 get cancel. What is the square root of 4? Is it 2? Yes or no? Square root of 4 is 2. This is q, no? Sorry, it's 1 by 8. And square root of 4 is 2. Is finally getting 2 into और 1 upon e डायरेक्ट लिख सकते हैं अपन 4 upon a naught q e to the power minus r upon a naught. This is for which case? N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0. N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0. We know that. What is the value of L? L is equal to, suppose something. L is equal to EL. Then what is the value of ML? ML is equal to minus L2 plus L minus L2 plus L including 0. Including 0 होता है, समझ में आ रहा है? Including 0. But here L is equal to 0, then minus 0 to plus 0 including 0 means only we getting the 0 is only single values. Okay, next. L is equal to L is equal to sorry N is equal to L is equal to 0. Yes, what is this value? N is equal to 2, L is equal to 0. We're getting yes. तो इसकी जो वैल्यू जो आएगी दिस इज 1 अपॉन 2 रूट 2 1 upon a naught bracket is to 3 by 2 bracket is to 3 by 2 into 2 minus r upon a naught bracket is to 1 into e to the power minus r upon 2 a naught r upon 2 a naught. This is for n is equal to L is equal to 0. Next, n is equal to 2, L is equal to 1. Okay, then we're getting values 1 upon, this is value of psi 2 0 0. Next, psi 2 1 0 is equal to how much? Psi 2 1 0. Psi 2 1 0 is equal to 1 upon 2 root 6. यहाँ वैल्यू पुट करिए बस ओरिजिनल फॉर्मूले में. वी गेटिंग द वैल्यूज 1 upon a naught to the power 3 by 2 into r upon a naught e to the power minus r upon 2 a naught. Next, n is equal to 3, L is equal to 0. L is equal to 0 means what is the wave function? Psi 0 0 is equal to 2 upon 81 into root 3 into 1 upon a naught bracket is to 3 by 2 into 27 minus 18 r upon a naught plus 2 r square upon a naught square bracket into e to the power minus r upon 3 a naught. Because n is equal to कितना यहाँ 3 है तो यहाँ 3 आ रहा है, n is equal to 2 है तो यहाँ 2 आ रहा है. Okay, next 3 1. Next 3 1. N is equal to 3, N is equal to 3, L is equal to 1. Then psi 3 1 0. Okay, psi 3 1 0 or psi 3 1. Psi 3 1 is equal to 4 upon 81 or root 6 1 upon a naught bracket is to 3 by 2 6 minus r upon a naught r upon a naught e to the power minus r upon 3a naught. ये वैल्यू कभी न कभी हम सॉल्व करके दिखाएंगे प्रॉपर्ली फॉर्मूले यूज करके, समझ में आ रहा है. Next 3 2, n is equal to 3, l is equal to, तो ये कैसे वैल्यू आते हैं बाद में देखेंगे हम. n is equal to 3, l is equal to 2, then this is equal to how much? 4 upon 81 root 30, 1 upon a naught bracket is to 3 by 2 into e to the power r square upon a square into e to the power minus r upon 3 a naught. Okay, these are the different wave function of hydrogen atom. These are the wave function of hydrogen atom for different states. आ रहा है समझ में? This is for different state. तो उसका नेचर भी आएगा, बस अभी हम डायरेक्ट लिख रहे हैं, बाद में वो प्रॉपरली सॉल्व करेंगे. R and L of R. Okay, here this is like that 1 2. Okay, here n is equal to 0, l is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, l is equal to 0. Okay, here along the direction we can take the R values. R changing along the directions. Here is origin. Okay, next similarly n is equal to nature is like that. और एक नेचर जो है तो n is equal to के लिए दो वैल्यूज आ जाएगी, एक 0 और एक 1. नेक्स्ट n is equal to 3, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 3 के लिए फर्स्ट is this one, second is like that, and third one जो है ये थोड़ा सा एकदम स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड चला जाएगा, is like that. Number of nodes is 0 1 2 3. Okay, this is a real form of complete functions. Now what is the wave function for a 1 year state, 2 year state, 3 year states? NLM, NLM. देखिए n is equal to 1, l is equal to 0, m is equal to 0. Means this state is, इसको कौन से स्टेट बोलेंगे हम? स्टेट इज 1 year state. Okay, because n is equal to 1, l is equal to 0. 1 year state. And what is the wave function for 1 year state? 1 year state means 1 0 0 is equal to how much? 1 upon pi a naught cube e to the power 1 upon pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught e to the power minus r upon a naught. This is the wave function for, और या और थोड़ा सा नोटेशन यहाँ अलग यूज कर दिया, तो रो लिखिए, is a rho upon 2. Oh, sorry, here they are given the rho upon 2 e to the power minus rho upon 2. Okay, r upon 2 भी लिख सकते हैं. हाँ, now next 2 0 0 2 0 0 मतलब this is a 2 year state. This is like that n yes, n l n l. This part is nothing but n, this is nothing but l. Okay, then what is this 2? This value is equal to psi 2 0 0 is equal to minus 1 upon 8 root pi 1 upon root 8 pi 1 upon a to the power 1 by 3 1 upon a to the power 3 by 2 e rho into e to the power minus rho upon 2. Sorry, 1 is 2s 1 upon 2s. Okay, means psi 2 0 0 is equal to 1 upon 4 or root 2 pi 4 root 2 pi 1 upon a naught to the power 3 by 2 2 minus rho e to the power minus rho upon 2 e to the power minus rho upon 2. Okay, next 2 1 1. Okay, 2 1 1 means 2p state. Means 2p state. What is the wave function for 2p state? 2p state psi 2 1 1 is equal to minus 1 upon 8 root pi, 1 upon 8 root pi into 1 upon a to the power 3 by 2 rho into a to the power minus rho upon 2 sin theta e to the power I phi. Why here I phi will be surviving? Because here ml this is the m value. Easily we can find e to the power exponential part phi will be surviving in this case. Okay, next. Now हमारे पास जो वेव फंक्शन जो होता है ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन. व्हाट इज द ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन? ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन psi of r for 1 0 0 is equal to how much? 1 upon r pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Okay, this is the ground state wave function. Ground state wave function of hydrogen atom. Ground state wave function of hydrogen atom. Okay, if ground state wave function of hydrogen atom is problem, देखिए, if the ground state wave function of the hydrogen atom is psi is equal to 1 upon root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Okay, show that average distance of the electron greater than of the electron average distance of the electron from the nucleus is 1.5 Bohr radius. अब मुझे बोलिए कि सिस्टम इज 1D सिस्टम, 2D सिस्टम, 3D सिस्टम. System 1D, 2D, 3D. System 1D, 2D, 3D. System जो दिखाई दे रही as a hydrogen atom, always memorize this is a 3D system. Yes or no? System 3D. Then how to find out the average value? Average value is nothing but average means in a suppose classical system. What is the average? Suppose x1, x2, x3 value. What is the average? We can simply write down the x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Yes or no? This is the average. Yes or no? This is in a classical. Yes or no? Classical average is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. But in quantum mechanics, average means acceptation value, and this is the integrate. Okay, means average means acceptation. Average means acceptation. May show that the average distance here, distance means radius. Here distance means radius. Means our aim to finding the acceptation of r. And we know that any acceptation, any operator, suppose A is any operator, what is the acceptation of this one? Acceptation of this one is equal to psi star A psi dx upon psi psi. Suppose given function is normalized, then psi star psi dx is equal to कितना होता है? तो 1 होता है for normalized wave function. समझ में आ रहा है? Means this is equal to how much? Integration psi star A psi dx. What is the average value? Average value is equal to integration psi star A psi dx. समझ में आ रहा है? तो किसका इंटीग्रेशन? नाउ ऑपरेटर ए इज नथिंग बट आर हियर. Operator A is nothing but R. Then what is the acceptation of R? Yes, बोलिए. What is the acceptation of R? Acceptation of R, same formula. Acceptation of R is equal to, or suppose system is 1D, yeah? System 1D. Acceptation of A is equal to how much? Integration psi star A psi dx. System is 2D. Okay, system 2D. Then acceptation of A is equal to integration psi star A psi dx dy. Okay, depends upon the system. मतलब ये system कार्टेशियन में है, पोलर में है, is like that. Okay, now system is 3D. System is 3D. Then acceptation of A is equal to integration, or this can be written as simply dA, psi star A psi into dA. dA changing with respect to system. System Cartesian है, cylindrical है, spherical, इसके हिसाब से dA will be changed. And system is 3D, then psi star A psi into d tau, or psi star A psi into dV, dV is nothing but dV, or d tau is equal to, yes बोलिए, dx dy dz, dx dy dz. System Cartesian system, dx dy dz. Next, rho d rho d phi dz. System cylindrical system, d tau is equal to this one, and system is spherical, then r square sin theta d theta d phi. System is a spherical system. What is the d tau value? D tau is equal to r square sin theta into dr d theta into d phi. समझ में आ रहा है? System is a spherical ना, तो what is the d tau value? D tau value is equal to this one. Okay, now see here. What is the d tau value? D tau value is equal to dx dy dz. This is a Cartesian system, and this is nothing but this one. System is cylindrical, then d tau is equal to rho d phi, and system is spherical, means this is a length elements only. System is Cartesian, then particle is moving along how many directions? This particle moving along this direction, dx. This is moving along this direction, so dy. This particle moving along this direction, dz. Okay, means first length element dx, second length element dy, third length element dz. Similarly, system in cylindrical system. Okay, system is cylindrical, then first one, length varying along the direction. What is the length element? D rho. This moving along the direction, rho d phi, and this is moving along above directions. We can write down the dz. System is spherical, means what is the length element? D rho or rho d phi into dz. System is spherical along the direction. Which component is varying? dr is varying. This is moving along the directions. Theta is changing, r d theta, and this is moving along the directions. At that time, r sin theta d phi, because here radius is r sin theta. समझ में आ रहा है? Is what is the first length element? R. What is the second length element? R d theta. And what is the third length element? R sin theta d phi. समझ में आ रहा है? This is the value of d tau for spherical system. Hydrogen atom is a 3D case. H atom is always memorized. H atom is 3D case. Yes, H atom is 3D case. H atom 3D case, we can take the d tau. And what is the d tau? D tau is nothing but r square dr sin theta, or simply write down r square sin theta d theta d phi. Okay, now in spherical system देखिए, in spherical system, now this is a spherical system. Okay, now spherical system, जनरल रेडियस कहां से कहां वेरी हो सकती है? देखिए, here radius is 0, here radius is like that a naught, and here radius is infinity. ऐसा मतलब जनरल लिमिट्स देखिए, लिमिट्स फॉर स्फेरिकल सिस्टम, Okay, व्हाट इज द आर लिमिट? आर कम से कम कितना हो सकता है? 0. मैक्सिमम कितना हो सकता है? इन्फिनिटी. मीन्स आर वेरिंग फ्रॉम 0 इज लेस देन आर इज लेस देन इन्फिनिटी. समझ में आ रहा है? मतलब कम से कम कितना रेडियस वाला हम स्फीयर निकाल सकते हैं? 0 रेडियस. मैक्सिमम कितना हो सकता है? तो इनफिनाइट हो सकता है. अरे समझ में? मतलब आर वेरिंग फ्रॉम 0 टू इन्फिनिटी. क्लियर? थीटा देखिए, ये जो सिस्टम है ना, वी कंसीडर दिस एक्सेस, और ये रोटेट कैसे करते देखिए कि दिस इज गोइंग टू दिस वन, मींस थीटा ऑलवेज टेकिंग अलोंग द z डायरेक्शन. थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0 एंड हियर थीटा इज इक्वल टू पाई. समझ में आ रहा है? सपोज मान के चलो कि इस बॉडी इज रोटेटिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, एट द सेम टाइम दिस बॉडी इज रोटेटिंग लाइक दैट. जब हम थीटा तक पहुंच रहे पाई तक, तब क्या क्या होता है? वो सिस्टम फिर रोटेट होके सेम ही आती है जैसा ना. इसलिए थीटा टेकिंग ओनली 0 to pi. Don't take the 0 to 2 pi. System is 2D. At that time, we can take theta value 0 to 2 pi, no problem. But system is 3D. At that time, we can theta value is 0 is less than theta is less than pi. Are you समझ में? And next, phi is varying along the directions. Phi varying along this direction. Here phi value 0. Here phi value pi. Here phi value is 2 pi. Means 0 is less than. 0 is then phi is less than 2 pi. समझ में आ रहा है? Theta spherical 0 to infinity, theta 0 to pi, and pi varying from 0 to 2 pi. समझ में आ रहा है? Now, what is the value of d tau in spherical system? D tau is equal to S r square sin theta dr d theta d pi. What is the r limit? 0 to infinity. What is theta limit? 0 to pi. What is the phi limit? 0 to pi. Here we can memorize one formula: 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity, r to the power n, e to the power minus ar dr. Okay, this formula is applicable for which case limit is 0 to infinity. First one. Second one, here power must be 1. Which power must be 1? R power must be 1. ये r कुछ भी power हो, लेकिन this power must be 1, then this formula is applicable. समझ में आ रहा है? Here limit is 0 to infinity. This limit must be 0 to infinity. E to the power r to the power n, e to the power minus ar dr is equal to n factorial upon a to the power n plus 1. N plus 1. N means this one. N means which values? This value. A means this value. समझ में आ रहा है? One formula, or we can use the gamma formula. Gamma formula. What is the gamma formula? Limit must be 0 to infinity. Here we consider the m, x to the power m, or r to the power m, r to the power m, e to the power minus a r to the power n dr. This is the gamma formula. Is equal to how much? 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 upon n divided by a to the power m plus 1 upon n. समझ में आ रहा है? 0 to infinity r to the power m, e to the power minus a r to the power n dr is equal to 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 upon n a to the power m plus 1 upon n. Means as you wish, लेकिन हाइड्रोजन एटम में तो नो नीड टू यूज द गामा इंटीग्रल. जस्ट डायरेक्ट वी कैन यूज द 0 to infinity r to the power n e to the power minus a r dr is equal to n factorial upon n a to the power n plus 1. That's it. Okay. थोड़ा सा बेसिक अभी मैंने बताया कि हमें जो हाइड्रोजन एटम लाइक प्रॉब्लम्स है वो सॉल्व करने में यूज होता है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि डी टाउ. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डी टाउ? डी टाउ इज इक्वल टू आर स्क्वायर sin थीटा dr d थीटा d phi. हो गया. सेकंड बात, वो ट्रिपल इंटीग्रेशन होगा. क्यों ट्रिपल इंटीग्रेशन होगा? बिकॉज दिस सिस्टम इज 3D. हाइड्रोजन एटम इज स्फेरिकल, सिस्टम इज 3D, मींस वी नीड टू टेक द डी टाउ वैल्यूज. डी टाउ कंटेन दिस पार्ट. ये लिख रहे हैं हम, इसका लिमिट भी पता होना चाहिए. तो लिमिट मस्ट बी 0 to infinity for r. कम से कम रेडियस कितनी हो सकती है? 0. मैक्सिमम रेडियस कितनी हो सकती है? इन्फिनिटी. ओके, दिस इज अ जनरल लिमिट. इसमें हम अलग पार्ट ले रहे हैं तो उसमें चेंज हो सकता है लिमिट. मान के चलो कि दे आस्क व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर 0 to radius of Bohr up to Bohr radius. At that time we can use the 0 to no problem. But here general limit. This one is a general limit. 0 to infinity, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi, r 0 to infinity, theta 0 to pi, pi 0 to 2 pi. क्लियर? लिमिट समझ में आ रहे हैं हमको. कुछ फार्मूला हमें यूज करना है, वो भी समझ में आ रहा है. देखिए 0 to infinity r to the power n e to the power minus a r dr is equal to n factorial upon a to the power n plus 1. ओके, नाउ देखिए हमें क्या करना है, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ r निकालना है, मतलब एवरेज डिस्टेंस निकालना है. And what is the r formula? Acceptation of r is equal to limit 0 to infinity triple integration psi star r psi star r psi into d tau. Why we can choose the d tau? Because system is 3D. Hydrogen atom is a 3D system. Then integration psi stars. What is the value of psi? They are given psi is equal to 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Okay, they are given these values. Yes, sir, they are given these values. But this one is a real. Here is कहीं भी I नहीं दिखाई दे रहा, मतलब this is a real. Function is real, then psi and psi star both are same. Psi and psi star both are same. Suppose here is an imaginary part, then psi and psi star will be different. Suppose function is like that, psi is equal to 1 upon root pi naught cube e to the power minus I r upon a naught. This is imaginary. At that time, what is the psi star? 1 upon under root pi naught cube e to the power ये minus है वो हो जाएगा plus. मतलब I r a upon a naught. Clear? At that time, psi and psi star will be different. But here function is real, then psi and psi star will be same. Clear? So write down this one, 1 upon pi naught cube e to the power minus r upon e naught into एक्सेप्टेशन किसका निकलना है r का. तो write down here is r e to the power minus r upon e naught into what is the value of d tau? D tau is equal to yes r square dr और sin theta d theta dy. Okay, अभी हमें लिमिट भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. Yes, r varying from where to where? R varying from 0 to infinity. Next, theta varying from 0 to pi. Next, third, phi varying from 0 to 2 pi. Always memorize करिए. Okay. Now, these are independent to each other. Yes or no? R is independent to theta. Theta is independent to phi. मतलब और independent. मतलब इसको हम split कर सकते हैं. कैसे split कर सकते हैं? देखिए. 0 to infinity. Okay. R वाला part अलग लिखिए. 1 upon under root pi naught cubes. Here also we can write on the pi naught cube. Okay. Pi naught cube become pi naught cubes. समझ में 1 by 2 become 1. Limit 0 to infinity. This one is r. This is r square. मतलब this become r to the power 3 e to the power minus r upon a. Here base is same. Means we can add this 2r upon a naught into dr. Next, 0 to pi sin theta d theta and 0 to 2 pi d phi. Okay, solve one by one. Suppose हमारे पास dx है. So what is the dx integration? Direct integration get cancelled. Simply we getting the x. Similar like that the d phi integration. Direct integration get cancelled. We getting pi. Limit 0 to 2 pi. समझ में आ रहा है first one. Second one, sin theta integration. Sin theta integration is minus cos theta. Lower limit 0, higher limit pi. तो सॉल्व करिए. Yes, d phi integration 0 to 2 pi. Direct integration get cancel. Pi 0 to 2 pi. मतलब higher values 2 pi, lower value 0. 2 pi minus 0 is 2 pi. Clear? Next, 0 to pi sin theta d theta. Sin theta d theta integration is minus cos theta, lower limit 0, higher limit pi. So we can take minus is outside, cos pi minus cos 0. लेकिन हमें पता होता है what is the cos pi value? Cos pi value is minus 1. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2 into this is equal to plus 2. जब हमारा फंक्शन जो है this is does not depends upon theta and phi, तो हर एक बार we getting this result. This integration value is 2, this integration value is 2 pi, because हमारा फंक्शन थीटा और फाई पे डिपेंड नहीं हो. तो ऑलवेज मेमोराइज करिए कि दिस गेटिंग 2 and this getting 2 and this getting 2 pi. Always समझ में रहे? When हमारा function does not depends upon theta and phi, directly we can write the 2 into 2 pi. Okay, 2 into 2 pi is nothing but 4 pi. We can take outside 4 pi upon pi a naught cube, limit 0 to infinity, r to the power 3 e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. इस इंटीग्रेशन में तो कुछ डाउट नहीं होगा आपको. ओके, अभी इसमें थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम आ सकता है, लेकिन मैंने पहले ही उसका फॉर्मूला बता दिया. व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? 0 to infinity r to the power n e to the power minus ar dr is equal to 0 to infinity r to the power n e to the power minus ar dr is equal to n factorial upon a to the power n plus 1. इसको याद करिए. Okay, this is equal to how much? 4 pi upon pi a naught cube limit 0 to infinity r to the power 3 e to the power minus 2 r upon a naught into dr. कौन सा फॉर्मूला हमें याद रखना है? तो लिमिट 0 to infinity r to the power n e to the power minus ar dr is equal to n factorial upon a to the power n plus 1. ओके, कंपेयर करिए. इसको मैंने कंपेयर कर दिया तो वी गेटिंग द व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ n. फिर पाई पाई गेट कैंसिल 4 upon a naught cube. n is equal to how much here? r to the power 3 e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. What is the value of n? n is equal to 3. What is the value of a? Compare करिए. a is nothing but 2 upon a naught cube. समझ में आ रहा है? 2 upon a naught cube. This is the value of n. n is equal to 3, a is equal to this one. Substitute this value 4 upon a naught cube into n factorial. n factorial means 3 factorial upon a naught cube. Sorry, a to the power 2n plus 1 means 2 upon a naught. Bracket is to how much? Here is n is equal to 3 means 3 plus 1. Then this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught cube into 3 factorial. 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 3 plus 1 4 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 divided by a naught to the power 4. a naught to the power 4 can be written as a naught to the power 3 into a naught. मतलब क्या बचेगा इसमें? a naught. 1 2 cancel. This to get cancel और e naught जो है ऊपर जाएगा. This is equal to how much? 3 upon a naught. 3 by 2 a naught. Miss, what is the excitation of r? Excitation of r is equal to 3 by 2 of a naught. 3 by 2 of a naught. A naught is a Bohr radius. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, बस आपको ये फॉर्मूला अच्छी तरफ से डाइजेस्ट होना चाहिए. जस्ट एडजस्ट दिस वन. वी गेटिंग द n value, we getting the a value. Substitute this value, we getting the excitation of r. What is the excitation of r? Is 3 by 2 of a naught. और उन्हें क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा था देखिए. What is the questions? Show that the average distance. This word is important. Na? Average means excitation. Distance of the electron from the nucleus is 1.5 angstrom. 1.5 Bohr radius. Okay, 1.5 Bohr radius. आ रहा है क्या हमारा आंसर? देखिए सेम 3, लेकिन हमारा तो 3.5 आ रहा है. 3 by 2 आ रहा है. 3 by 2 is nothing but 1.5 Bohr radius. Excitation of r average distance is equal to how much? Average distance is equal to 1.5. Yes, इसमें क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा था? प्रॉब्लम क्या था देखिए, और एक बार देखते हैं, बिकॉज सो मेनी क्वेश्चन आस्क ऑन दिस टॉपिक्स. क्वेश्चन हाँ, क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा है उन्होंने? इफ द ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन, उसमें कौन सा भी फंक्शन हो सकता है. इसे हर बात ये नहीं कि वो ग्राउंड स्टेट रहेगा, लेकिन सिंपल है ग्राउंड स्टेट, इसलिए जनरली दे आस्क द ग्राउंड स्टेट. If the ground state wave function of the hydrogen atom is how much? Psi 1 upon root phi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. कभी कभी ऐसे भी देते हैं psi 1 0 0, मतलब this is a ground state. उन्होंने ये वर्ड नहीं यूज किया ना, तो ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन, तो दे आर गिवन द psi 1 0 0. इसका मतलब n is equal to 1, l is equal to 0, m is equal to 0, मतलब this is a ground state wave function. Because इस सिस्टम में n is equal to 0 is not allowed. Always memorize करिए. तो show that the ground state, show that the average distance of the electron, okay, from the nucleus is, okay, from the nucleus is, means average means, समझ में आ रहा है? average means acceptation. Average means acceptation. Okay, और any acceptation formula is equal to क्या होता है? Acceptation is equal to integration psi star a psi dx upon integration psi star psi dx. समझ में आ रहा है? psi star x psi dx. Now given function is normalized. Given function is normalized है. Given function is normalized. Then ये वैल्यू कितनी होती है? डिनोमिनेटर इंटीग्रेशन इज इक्वल टू 1 होता है. तो नो नीड टू टेक दिस पार्ट. जब हम ब्रैकेट मेथड यूज करते हैं, एनी एक्सेप्टेशन a इज इक्वल टू क्या होता है? psi a psi अपॉन psi psi. Given function is normalized. Given function is normalized. Then psi psi is equal to how much? 1. कोई भी मेथड हो, इंटीग्रेशन मेथड हो या ब्रैकेट मेथड हो, या तो ब्रैकेट मेथड यूज करना डिफिकल्ट है, इट्स अ बेटर वे टू यूज द इंटीग्रेशन मेथड। जहां इंटीग्रेशन मेथड यूज करना डिफिकल्ट हो तो आप ब्रैकेट मेथड यूज करिए। क्लियर? नाउ जब इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम हम सॉल्व करेंगे तो दिक्कत कहाँ कहाँ आ सकती है, देखिए। तो मान के चलिए सिस्टम इज 1D है, तो सिंपली व्हाट इज द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ एनी ऑपरेटर साई स्टार ए साई dx गिवन फंक्शन इज नॉर्मलाइज, देन एंड देन ओनली वी कैन यूज दिस फॉर्मूला। साई स्टार ए साई dx सिस्टम इज 1D, सिस्टम इज 2D, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ एनी ऑपरेटर, इसके ए की जगह भी आ सकता है, सी आ सकता है, एनीथिंग। Acceptation of A is equal to integration psi star A psi into dA. Clear? Next, acceptation of A system is 3D. Then psi star A psi into d tau or dB. System Cartesian. What is the d tau? Dx, dy, dz. System is cylindrical rho d rho d phi dz. System is spherical r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. समझ में आ रहा है? ओके, स्फेरिकल में कौन कौन से लेंथ एलिमेंट्स होते हैं? दिस इज आर वेरिंग अलोंग दिस डायरेक्शन, व्हाट इज द स्मॉल चेंज? dr. थीटा वेरिंग अलोंग दिस डायरेक्शन, हियर इज अ r dt, r theta, what is the small change? r d theta along this direction, what is the radius? A radius is r sin theta होती है, ओके, angle phi, then what is the small change? r sin theta d phi, like a UCM यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन में हमने फाइंड आउट कर दिया था ना, एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, दिस इज नथिंग बट आर्क, व्हाट इज आर्क फॉर phi? At that time radius is r sin theta, then arc is equal to r sin theta d phi, r sin theta d phi, समझ में आ रहा है? This is the value of first length element, second length element, third length element. D tau is nothing but r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. What is r varying from? Lower limit 0, higher limit infinity. Theta varying from 0 to 2 pi. थोड़ा रोटेशन के हिसाब से, नहीं तो आप बोलेंगे 0 to 2 pi. Don't take 0 to 2 pi. At the same time, this is rotating is like that. Yes or no? इसीलिए अगर रिपीटेशन हो जाएगा, इसके हिसाब से उन्होंने लिमिट जो है तो 0 to pi ले लिया है, and phi varying from this side to this one, 0 to 2 pi. Clear? Next, what is the d tau? This one. We can use these two formulas. Which two formulas? 0 to infinity formula or gamma formula? r to the power n e to the power minus ar dr is equal to n factorial upon a to the power n plus 1. इसको कंपेयर करना है बस, फाइंड आउट द n वैल्यू, फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू, जस्ट अ सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर, और यहाँ n और m वैल्यू अच्छी तरफ से फाइंड आउट करना जरूरी होती है, नहीं तो कभी कभी क्या होता है, हमको इसको m बोलते, इसको n बोलते, तो ऐसा नहीं है। तो r to the power n e to the power minus r to the power n into this, इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? देखिए, पहली बात, एक तो फॉर्मूला याद करना डिफिकल्ट होता है, या सेकंड बात गामा इंटीग्रेशन सॉल्व करना डिफिकल्ट होता है। तो गामा में कुछ ना कुछ वैल्यू हो जाएगी, समझ में, जो भी वैल्यू रहेगी, इसको ऐसे स्प्लिट करिए, तो गामा n प्लस 1, एक दो स्टेप आपको अच्छी तरफ से याद होना चाहिए, दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? n गामा n। इस तरह से हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं कोई भी वैल्यू, मान के चलो 100 है, तो 100 को कैसे लिखे? 100 प्लस 99 प्लस 1, दिस इज नथिंग बट 99, फिर 99 को लिखना है मुझे 98 प्लस 1, नेक्स्ट आएगा 98 इंटू 98, नेक्स्ट 98 को 97 प्लस 1, सिमिलरली इज गोइंग टू दैट। ओके, मैं एक थोड़ा सा छोटा एग्जांपल लेता हूं, 3/2, 3/2 कैन बी रिटन एज 1/2 प्लस 1, मतलब दिस इज नथिंग बट 1/2 गामा 1/2, एंड गामा 1/2 इज नथिंग बट रूट पाई, ये भी वैल्यू आप याद रखिए। यस, गामा 1/2 इज नथिंग बट, यस, गामा 1/2 is nothing but root of pi, IMPM, this one. Gamma 1/2 is equal to how much? Root of phi. समझ में आ रहा है? Gamma 1/2 is equal to root pi. कभी कभी क्या होता है, रूट पाई अपॉन 2 लेते हैं, तो डोंट टेक लाइक दिस, ओके। Second, next one is important. Here we can take the limit is 0 to pi. Sin theta d theta integration is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta lower limit is 0, higher limit pi. Pi minus cos pi minus cos 0. Cos pi is minus 1. नहीं तो कभी कभी क्या हो जाएगा, इस प्लस माइनस आप सॉल्व करने से पहले कैंसिल करेंगे, प्लस माइनस गेट कैंसिल, आंसर आएगा 0, 0 इंटू समथिंग 0। क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, पाई के लिए डी फाई इंटीग्रेशन इज 5, 0 to 2 pi। सेकंड बात याद रखिए कि मेरा फंक्शन जो है टोटली आर डिपेंडेंट है, तो डायरेक्ट मैं लिख सकता हूँ 4 पाई, क्योंकि हर बार इसमें साइन थीटा को और पाई आ ही नहीं रहा है, तो हर बार यही तो इंटीग्रेशन आ जाए। क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, 4 पाई अपॉन ए नॉट आर टू द पावर 3, ओके, ये हो गया वन फॉर्म। अनदर फॉर्म में भी हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं इस वाला पार्ट। यस, देखिए कैसे। लिमिट 0 to इंफिनिटी, r टू द पावर कितना है हमारे पास 3 है, e टू द पावर माइनस 2r अपॉन a नॉट इंटू डी आर। इससे कंपेयर करें, किससे कंपेयर करना है मुझे, 0 to इंफिनिटी r टू द पावर m e टू द पावर माइनस a r टू द पावर n डी आर इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, 1 अपॉन n गामा m प्लस 1 अपॉन n। देखिए what is the value of m here, m is equal to 3, m is equal to 3. What is the value of n is equal to 1, and what is the value of a naught, a naught is equal to, or a is equal to 2 upon a naught। सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए, 1 upon n, 1 upon n means 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 means 3 by 3 plus 1 upon 4, 3 plus 1 divided by what is the value of a is 2 upon a naught, 2 upon a naught bracket is to how much, m plus 1 मतलब 3 plus 1 upon 1 था, तो this can be written as 4, 3 plus 1 4, तो gamma 4 upon 2 upon a naught ब्रैकेट इज टू 4। गामा 4 को कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, देखिए गामा 4 कैन बी रिटन एज गामा 3 प्लस 1, दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, 3 गामा 3। नेक्स्ट गामा 3 को कैसे लिखेंगे हम, 2 प्लस 1, ओके, एंड नेक्स्ट 2 प्लस 1 इज नथिंग बट 2 गामा 2, एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, 3 2 1 प्लस 1 इज इक्वल टू 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 1, मतलब दिस इज नथिंग बट फैक्टोरियल होता है, ओके, दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, लाइक 6, 3 इंटू 2 6, मतलब 6 अपॉन ए नॉट टू द पावर 4 अपॉन 2 इंटू 2 इंटू 2 इंटू 2। सॉल्व करिए, वी गेटिंग द सेम आंसर एज यू विश। आपको लग रहा है गामा इंटीग्रेशन इज सिंपल वन बाय यूजिंग दिस वन, आपको लग रहा है कि दिस फॉर्मूला इज सिंपलेस्ट वन, एज यू विश, ओके। नेक्स्ट, सपोज मान के चलिए कि उन्होंने सेम प्रॉब्लम दिया है, बस उन्होंने बोला कि फाइंड आउट द एवरेज वैल्यू ऑफ डिस्टेंस स्क्वायर मींस व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ आर स्क्वायर, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ आर स्क्वायर, सेम। वो मैं बोला ना पहले कि नथिंग इज मेंशन बाय डिफॉल्ट, दिस इज ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन में, दिस इज psi 100 आर स्क्वायर psi 100, समझ में आ रहा है, psi 100 आर स्क्वायर psi 100। What is the psi 100 wave function? 100 is equal to 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. This will be ground state wave function. Now given function is normalized, not normalized? Yes, given function is normalized means psi 100 is equal to a e to the power minus r upon a naught. Now given function is not normalized. What is the normalization constant? Normalization constant is equal to how much here, a, and what is the value of a? A is equal to 1 upon under root pi a naught cube। समझ में लग रहा है कि आपको ये सॉल्व करना है, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, सॉल्व करिए। सपोज गिवन फंक्शन इज नॉट नॉर्मलाइज्ड, व्हाट इज द psi 100 is equal to a, okay, and what is the value of psi star? Psi star also same, e to the power minus r upon a naught। what is the normalization condition? Psi star psi d tau is equal to 1 is equal to how much, a star e to the power minus r upon a naught into a e to the power minus r upon a naught into d tau, d tau means r square dr sin theta d theta d phi, okay। This is a triple integration because this is a d tau, okay, a into a star mod a square into limit 0 to infinity r square e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr। Second one 0 to pi sin theta d theta into 0 to 2 pi d phi। अभी तो हमने पहले सॉल्व कर दिया कि व्हाट इज द डी फाई इंटीग्रेशन, डी फाई इंटीग्रेशन इज पाई, दिस वैल्यू इज 2 pi। नेक्स्ट sin theta d theta वैल्यू इज 2 into 2 pi, okay। n factorial formula mod a square n factorial upon, n factorial means 2 factorial upon a to the power n plus 1 मतलब 2 upon a naught bracket is 2 3 into 4 pi, okay, and this is equal to how much, 2 upon 2 cube means 2 into 2 into 2, sorry, 2 into 2 into 2 and a naught cube जो है वो न्यूमरेटर में आ जाएगा into how much 4 pi bracket complete mod a square yes 1 2 and this 2 to get cancel means 1 is equal to how much 4 sorry pi a naught cube into mod a square means what is the value of a is equal to 1 upon under root pi a naught cube means given function is normalized अभी तो हमने सिर्फ मतलब कंपेयर फाइंड आउट कर दिया कि what is the value of a मतलब finding value and this value will be same means given function is normalized okay now देखिए what is the value of psi is equal to 1 upon pi a naught cube given function is normalized e to the power minus r upon a naught. Our into finding the expression of r square. Triple integration because system is 3D 0 to infinity 0 to pi 0 to 2 pi. Okay. What is the psi star? 1 upon pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into r square 1 upon pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into d tau r square dr. Next sin theta d theta into d phi. समझ में आ रहा है? Here is how many variables? 3 variables r theta and phi. तीनों को split करिए. 1 upon pi naught cube 1 upon pi naught cube. This become 1 upon pi naught cube. Limit 0 to infinity. Okay, this become r square e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. First one. Second one 0 to pi sin theta d theta. Next 0 to 2 pi into d phi. ओके हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं देखिए एज ए विश आपको लग रहा है कि कंटिन्यूसली मुझे सॉल्व ही करना है इस इंटीग्रेशन तो सॉल्व कर सकते हैं अदरवाइज यू कैन राइट डाउन डायरेक्टली 2 pi ओके 2 into 2 pi 4 pi means 4 pi upon pi naught cube. What is the we can use the n factorial formula. What is the value of n? N is equal to 2. A is equal to 2 upon a naught. Substitute here n factorial means 2 factorial upon 2 upon a naught bracket is to 3 okay pi get cancel 4 upon a naught cube into sorry एक्सेप्टेशन क्या निकलना है हमें आर स्क्वायर निकलना है दिस आर स्क्वायर आर टू द पावर 4 हो जाएगा नॉट आर स्क्वायर आर टू द पावर 4 ओके मतलब n is equal to 4 and this is equal to how much 4 factorial upon 2 upon a naught bracket is to 4 so this become a to the power 4 divided by 2 into 2 into 2 1 2 3 4 okay into 4 5 sorry this is a 4 okay into 4 factorial 1 to get cancel a to the power 3 get cancel a naught into 4 factorial upon 2 okay, 3 into 2 3 into 2 into 1 6 okay 2 upon a naught to the power 4 4 is okay a naught to the power 3 get cancel 1 to get cancel 1 to get cancel this 2 to get cancel This is equal to how much? 3a naught square. This expression of r square is equal to expression of r square is equal to how much? 3a naught square. देखिए डायमेंशनली भी करेक्ट है कि नहीं? R square is equal to 3 तो कांस्टेंट है. What is the dimension? What is the dimension? This is a meter square. A naught square also meter square. मतलब this is also dimensionally correct. What is the expression of r square? Expression of r square is equal to 3a naught square. Yes, any doubt? बोलिए कौन से टर्म आपको समझ में नहीं आ रही है? Yes. Okay. R to the power 3, a to the power minus r upon a naught into r square dr sin theta d theta d phi. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. 1 upon pi naught we can take common out. 1 upon pi naught cube, take common out. Limit 0 to infinity. R to the power, this 3, this 2, r to the power 5, e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. And what is this integration? 2. What is this integration? 2 pi. 2 into 2, 4 pi. Okay, pi get cancel. Okay, 4 upon a naught cube. N is equal to 5. A is equal to 2 upon a naught cube. Okay. Is equal to how much then? N factorial. N factorial means 5 factorial upon 2 upon a naught, bracket is to 6. Bracket is to 6. Then this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught cube into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 6. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, into a naught to the power 6. A naught to the power 3 get cancel. 1 2. Okay, 1 2 1 2 cancel. Okay, 3 into 5 15. And this is equal to how much? 15 upon 2 a naught to the power 3. Dimensionally देखिए, r to the power 3 मतलब meter cube. Right side is also meter cube. Clear? Next, acceptation of r. Acceptation of 1 by r. Acceptation of 1 by r. देखिए, acceptation of 1 by r means psi 100 1 upon r psi 100. Okay. And this is equal to how much then? Integration. Limit 0 to infinity, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi. Okay. What is the psi 0? 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into 1 by r into 1 upon under root pi a naught cube into e to the power minus r upon a naught into d tau. D tau is equal to r square dr sin theta d theta into d phi. Always memorize sin theta d theta to d phi 2 pi, क्योंकि size does not depends upon theta and phi. Okay, so we can take common outs. What is the normalization constant? 1 upon pi naught cube. 1 upon pi naught cube become 1 upon pi naught cube. 1 by 2 get cancelled. Next, 2 into 2, 4 pi. Limit 0 to infinity. Okay, हम ये गामा इंटीग्रेशन भी यूज करके सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. देखिए, we can use the gamma integration now. What is this one? 4 upon pi naught, 4 upon a naught cube. Okay, limit 0 to infinity, r to the power 5, e to the power minus 2 upon a into r dr. Sorry. What is the value of m? M is equal to 5. What is the value of n? N is equal to 1. What is the value of a? 2 upon a naught. Okay. Then this is equal to how much then? 4 upon a naught to the power 3. 1 upon n. N is equal to 1. Means 1 upon n plus m plus 1. मतलब 5 plus 1, 6 upon 1 divided by 2 upon a naught, bracket is to 6. Okay. Then this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught. A naught to the power of 6 divided by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And this is nothing but gamma 6. Okay. Gamma 6 को कैसे solve करते देखिए. This can be written as 5 plus 1 is equal to how much? 5 gamma 5. Next, 5. This can be written as 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 4 gamma 4. Next, 5 4 gamma 4 can be written as 3 plus 1 5, 4, 3, gamma 3. Gamma 3 can be written as 5, 4, 3. 2 plus 1 means 2, gamma 2. Gamma 2 can be written as 1 plus 1. And this is equal to how much? 5 into 3 into 4 into 2. Okay. And this is equal to how much? This is equal to 5 into 3 into 2 into 4. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 get cancelled. 3 into 5, 15. 15 by 2, a naught to the power 3. Acceptation of r square is equal to this one. Okay. Now, 1 upon r into r square. Like r square upon r. Matlab 1 r get cancelled. So r e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. Using the gamma n fact pi get cancel. 4 upon a naught to the power 3, 0 to infinity r to the power 1 means 1 factorial upon n is equal to 1, a is equal to 2 upon a naught means 2 upon a naught bracket is to 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 means 2. Okay, and this is equal to how much? A naught cube into a naught square upon 4. 4 4 get cancel. 1 a naught square get cancel. Means this is equal to how much? 1 upon acceptation. Means 1 upon r naught acceptation is equal to 1 upon a naught by using the 0 to infinity formula. Next, we can use the gamma integration. 0 to infinity r a to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. M is equal to 1. N is equal to 1. A is equal to 2 upon a naught. 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 upon n divided by a to the power m plus 1 upon n is equal to, what is the value of 1? N 1. 1 upon, what is the value of m? 1. What is the value of n? Divided by, what is the value of a? 2 upon a bracket is 2 m plus 1 upon, matlab 2 upon 1. Gamma 2. Gamma 2 upon a bracket is to how much? Square. And what is the value of gamma 2? Gamma 2 can be written as 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 gamma 1. And what is the value of gamma 1? Gamma 1 is equal to 1. And this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught cube into kitna raha? Gamma 2 is 1 means 1 upon 2 upon a naught bracket square. 4 4 get cancel. 1 a square get cancel means simply 1 upon a naught. Acceptation of 1 upon r is equal to 1 upon a naught. Next, acceptation 1 by r square. Acceptation 1 by r square is equal to psi 100 1 upon r square psi 100. Okay, given function is normalized, then integration 0 to infinity 0 to pi 0 to 2 pi 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into 1 upon r square into 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into r square dr sorry into sin theta d theta into d phi sin theta d theta to d phi to pi. Okay, this is equal to how much? 4 pi. 4 pi upon pi a naught cube. Pi get cancel. Limit 0 to infinity. 1 upon r square into e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. R square get cancel. And this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught cube. Limit 0 to infinity. E to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. Okay, here we can use by 3 methods. Which 3 methods? We know that what is the integration e to the power x integration? E to the power x integration is e to the power x upon a. समझ में आ रहा है? So we can use first method. 4 upon a naught cube e to the power minus 2r upon a naught divided by minus 2 upon a naught. Lower limit 0, higher limit infinity. Okay. So 1 a naught get cancel. Okay, 1 2 get cancel. Means this is equal to how much? Minus बोलिए minus 2 upon a naught square substitute to the higher limit e to the power minus infinity minus lower limit e to the power 0, e to the power minus infinity 0, e to the power minus infinity कितना होता है 0 होता है 0 e to the power 0 is 1, तो 1 0 minus 1 is minus 1, minus into minus plus means this is equal to how much 2 upon a naught square. Okay, first formula. Second formula, what is the second one? Second, we can use the 4 upon a naught cube, limit 0 to infinity e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. Okay, here is nothing तो adjust करिए 4 upon a naught 0 to infinity, हमारे पास n नहीं, तो here we can write down the r to the power 0 e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. Okay, तो कंपेयर करेंगे इस वैल्यू को हम, तो we getting n is nothing but 0. What is the value of a? A is equal to 2 upon a naught. Okay, this is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught 1 upon n factorial. N factorial मतलब 0 factorial upon 2 upon a naught, 2 upon a naught bracket is 2 1 plus 0 or 0 plus 1. So 1 a naught get cancel, 1 2 get cancel. This is getting 2 upon a naught square. Second method. And what is the third method? Third method, using the gamma. Gamma limit 0 to infinity 4 upon a naught cube. Okay, r to the power 0 e to the power minus 2 upon a naught into r dr. What is the value of m? 0. What is the value of n? 1. What is the value of a? 2 upon a naught. The formula 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 upon n divided by a to the power m plus 1 upon n. Okay, what is the value of n? 1. 1 by 1 gamma 0 plus 1 upon 1 divided by a 2 upon a naught bracket is 2 m plus 1 0 plus 1 upon 1 into how much? Into 4 upon a naught cube. Substitute here 4 upon a naught cube into 1 upon 2 upon a naught. Okay, 1 2 get cancel, 1 a naught get cancel. This is equal to how much? 2 upon, sorry ये जो है तो 1 upon 1 2 get cancel. Okay, 2 upon a naught square. What is the acceptation of r square? Acceptation of r square is equal to 2 upon a naught square. Next, estimate the uncertainty. Estimate the uncertainty. Estimate the uncertainty in the radial position, in the radial position of the electron in the ground state of hydrogen atom देखिए क्या फाइंड आउट करना है हमें? अनसर्टेनिटी फाइंड आउट करना है. अनसर्टेनिटी मीन्स एरर. इस अनसर्टेनिटी मीन्स एरर, मतलब डेल्टा आर फाइंड आउट करना है. Delta r or any acceptation, suppose delta x, acceptation of delta x or error in this case is acceptation of x square minus acceptation x square. Okay, बस हम इसके कौन सी टर्म में फाइंड आउट? एस्टिमेट अनसर्टेनिटी इन रेडियल पोजीशन. रेडियल पोजीशन मींस r is varying radially, means delta r is equal to acceptation of r square minus acceptation r square. समझ में आ रहा है? एनी एरर स्क्वायर एक्सेप्टेशन स्क्वायर। ओके, हमें कौन कौन सी वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी जरूरी है? तो एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर स्क्वायर। बट सिस्टम कौन सी देखी? हाइड्रोजन एटम, फर्स्ट बात। सेकंड बात, इन विच स्टेट? ग्राउंड स्टेट। ग्राउंड स्टेट मतलब ग्राउंड स्टेट के लिए वेव फंक्शन क्या होता है? तो ग्राउंड स्टेट के लिए फंक्शन होता है साई 100 आर स्क्वायर साई 100। तो देखिए हमने सॉल्व किया है कि नहीं किया वो? एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर स्क्वायर, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर स्क्वायर, यस। What is the acceptation of R square? Acceptation of R square is nothing but psi 3a naught square। अरे समझ में, दिस इज नथिंग बट क्या है? तो psi 100 R square psi 100। समझ में आ रहा है? And what is the acceptation of R square? Acceptation of R square is a 3a naught square। Acceptation of R square is equal to how much? 3a naught square। Acceptation of R is equal to 3a naught square। हो गया? नेक्स्ट, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर। एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? साई 100 आर साई 100। ये भी आई थिंक सॉल्व किया हमने। व्हाट इज द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर? एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर इज इक्वल टू यस ओके 3/2 of a naught। Acceptation of R is equal to how much? 3/2 a naught। Acceptation of R is 3/2 a naught। 3/2 a naught। तो ये वैल्यू पुट करिए यहाँ। डेल्टा आर इज इक्वल टू एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर स्क्वायर माइनस एक्सेप्टेशन आर स्क्वायर। पुट करिए एक्सेप्टेशन आर स्क्वायर। व्हाट इज द एक्सेप्टेशन आर स्क्वायर? 3a ब्राइट 3a स्क्वायर। व्हाट इज द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर? Acceptation of 3/2 a naught means this is 9/4 a naught square। 9 by 3 into 4 12, and this is equal to how much? 12 a naught square minus 9a square divided by 4। 12 minus 9 3, and this is equal to how much? Root 3। A square root is a, root of 4 is nothing but 2। And what is the error? Delta r is equal to root 3 a upon 2। एरर तो हमें पता है, हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द एनी एरर? डेल्टा एक्स इज इक्वल टू एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर। तो सेम टर्म जिसके रिगार्डिंग पूछे उसके रिगार्डिंग बस लीजिए। हर बार रूट थ्री ए अपॉन 2 मत लिखिए, क्योंकि हर बार फंक्शन वो ग्राउंड से दिया होगा, ऐसी कुछ बात है नहीं। कभी साइड 210 भी दे सकते हैं, तो एट दैट टाइम एक्सेप्टेशन वैल्यू विल बी डिफरेंट। एक्सेप्टेशन आर इज डिफरेंट, एक्सेप्टेशन आर स्क्वायर आल्सो डिफरेंट। समझ गए? Next, sometimes they ask what is the expression of potential energy? Okay, देखिए what is the problem? Question. Find the acceptation value. Find the acceptation value. Find the acceptation value. Find the acceptation value of potential energy. 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 Find the acceptation value of potential energy of the electron of the electron in one state the wave function for the wave function for the electron in one state, the wave function for the electron in one state is given by yes, psi 100 is nothing but 1 upon pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Okay, where a naught is equal to h cross square upon me square is the Bohr radius. Okay, is the Bohr radius. क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? देखिए, फाइंड आउट द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ V, जनरल एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ A क्या होता है? एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ A इज इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन psi star A psi d tau. Yes or no? But here A is replaced by V. Then we can write down the expression of V is equal to integration psi star V psi into d tau. Okay. लेकिन if V वैल्यू पता होनी चाहिए. V वैल्यू जो है ना वो सिस्टम टू सिस्टम चेंज करेगी. Yes or no? सिस्टम टू सिस्टम चेंज करेगी. Okay. Here system is a hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom में potential energy क्या होती है? Like a minus k square upon r होती है. Yes or no? But in this problem, suppose k considered as a 1, then potential is equal to how much? Minus e square upon r. समझ में आ रहा है? Suppose system is a LHO system, then what is the potential? 1/2 kx square. Okay, मतलब depends upon the system. Suppose a particle have mass m at height h, then what is the potential energy? mgh. Clear? मतलब this is depends upon the system. But here system is hydrogen atom. What is the potential? Minus e square upon r. Means acceptation of V is equal to this one. Function भी हमारे पास known है. What is the function? V psi 100 V psi 100. समझ में आ रहा है? This is equal to how much then? Psi 1 upon, और लिखिए limit 0 to infinity, limit 0 to pi, limit 0 to 2 pi. 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into potential minus e upon r, okay, into 1 upon under root pi a naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught into r square dr sin theta d theta d phi. Okay, आप भी फोकस करिए. Here function does not depends upon theta or phi. Similarly, V also does not depends upon theta and phi. दोनों भी पार्ट जो है वो थीटा और फाई पे डिपेंड नहीं है, इसलिए वी कैन राइट डाउन डायरेक्ट sin theta d theta is nothing but 2 pi, d phi is nothing but 2 pi. Means what is this integration value? This is equal to 4 pi. Means 4 pi upon, yes, 4 pi upon 4 pi upon how much? 4 pi upon pi a naught cube. Yes or no? 4 pi upon how much? Pi a naught cube. Okay. Limit 0 to infinity. Limit 0 to infinity. Minus e upon r. Minus e upon r into this is r square into e to the power minus 2r upon a naught into dr. माइनस ए भी बाहर निकाल सकते हैं हम, पाई पाई गेट कैंसिल हो जाएगा. माइनस 4e अपॉन a naught cube into integration limit 0 to infinity 1 r gate cancel r e to the power minus 2r upon e naught into dr. Okay, using any one formula minus 4e upon e naught cube n factorial, n is equal to 1, a is equal to 2 upon e naught. Substitute it here, 1 factorial upon 2 upon a naught bracket is to square because n plus 1 is okay. 4 get cancel. 1 is get cancel. This is equal to how much? Minus E upon A naught. Acceptation of V is equal to how much? What is the acceptation of potential energy? Find the acceptation value of potential energy. Acceptation value of potential energy is minus E upon A naught. For the wave function of electron in one state. One state means n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0. Means psi 1, 0, 0 states. Okay. Yes. बोलिए in this doubt, any doubt in this case? Yes. But we know that. What is the value of A? Expression of V is equal to how much? Minus E upon A naught. और A naught की value क्या है? A naught is equal to, yes, A naught is equal to H cross square upon M E minus H cross square upon M into A. What is the value of A? A is H cross square into upon E square, no? पोटेंशियल क्या लिया तो ई स्क्वायर अपॉन के स्क्वायर अपॉन आर है ना तो ठीक है तो ई स्क्वायर ओके दिस ई स्क्वायर एंड ई स्क्वायर बिकम फॉर एच क्रॉस गेट कैंसल एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ v is equal to minus e to the power 4 upon m e to the power 4 upon m. Next, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर फाइंड आउट कर दिया हमने एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर स्क्वायर फाइंड आउट कर दिया एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ 1 by r फाइंड आउट कर दिया एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ 1 by r square also we need to find out this one. Okay, acceptation of potential also we need to find out. Next, acceptation of r to the power n. Expression r to the power n. देखिए, how to find out the expression of r to the power n? For ground state. For ground state of H atom. Of H atom. Okay. ओके एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर टू द पावर n इज इक्वल टू हमारे पास तो ये आ रहा है ठीक है लेकिन थोड़ा सा अलग वैल्यू लिखिए एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर ट्रिक क्या ट्रिक यूज करेंगे एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ r टू द पावर n expression r to the power n is equal to n plus 2, n plus 2 bracket complete factorial upon a to the power n divided by 2 to the power n plus 1, 2 to the power n plus 1. Okay, but this trick is valid. Trick is valid for n is equal to minus 2, n is equal to minus 1, n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1 and 2. Okay, I mean, this is applicable only for up to 5 values. Suppose we can substitute the n is equal to minus 1. N is equal to minus 1 means here. N is equal to minus 1. N is equal to minus 1, then r to the power minus 1. R to the power minus 1 means 1 upon r is equal to how much? n is replaced by minus 1. Minus 1 put kariye. Minus 1 plus 2, 1 means 1 factorial. A to the power n. N is equal to kitna hai? Minus 1 hai. So 1 factorial a to the power minus 1 upon 2 to the power minus 1 plus 1. Okay, यहाँ put करिए. Minus 1 plus 2 factorial upon a to the power minus 1 divided by 2 to the power minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 get 0. And this is equal to how much? 1 factorial upon 2 to the power 0, a to the power minus 1 is equal to how much? 1 upon e. Our expression of r is equal to 1 upon e. Check करिए. What is the expression of r? Expression of r is equal to yes. और 3/2 a नॉट ना नहीं, हमने तो n इज इक्वल टू माइनस 1 ले लिया, तो 1/r लेना पड़ेगा. ये सर ना तो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ 1/r? हाँ, तो 1/r इज इक्वल टू यस 1 अपॉन e नॉट. देखिए आ रहा है कि नहीं सेम आंसर. व्हाट इज द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ 1/r? 1/r इज इक्वल टू 1/a नॉट. Okay, next. Expression of 1/r is equal to this one. Next, 1 upon r square or r to the power minus 2. R to the power minus 2 means 1 upon r square is equal to, yes, n is equal to means minus 2 plus 2 a to the power minus 2 divided by 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1 n plus 1 ना, तो minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. तो देखिए plus 2 minus 2 get cancel, 0 factorial upon a to the power minus 2 upon 2 to the power minus 1. 2 to the power minus 1, 0 factorial is okay, means this can be written as a upon 1 by square divided by 1 upon 2. 2 going in a numerator. This is how much? 2 upon a square. So one expression of 1/r square is equal to 2 upon a square. देखिए expression of r is 1 by, okay, what is the expression 1/r square? Is 2 upon a square. Yes, expression r square is equal to 2 upon a square. मतलब एक फॉर्मूला आप याद रखिए, we getting the all answers. But this trick is applicable only up to, this is only up to a expression r to the power n is equal to how much? N plus 2 factorial upon a to the power n divided by 2 to the power n plus 1. Okay, trick applicable up to 2 or only applicable for n is equal to minus 2 comma minus 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 2. Next, r is equal to 0, sorry, n is equal to 0. The next expression r to the power 0 is equal to 0 plus 2 factorial a to the power 0 upon 2 to the power 0 plus 1. Means 0 plus 2, 2 factorial means 2. 2 upon 2 is equal to 1. Okay, next expression r means n is equal to how much here? N is equal to 1. Means this is equal to 1 plus 1 factorial a to the power 1 divided by 2 raised to 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, sorry, 1 plus 2, 3 factorial. 1 plus 2 bracket complete factorial a to the power, sorry, a to the power 1 divided by 2 to the power 1 plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3 factorial. A upon 2 to the power 2 is equal to how much? 3 into 2 divided by 2 into 2 into A. 1 A get cancel. This is equal to how much? 3 by 2 of A. आ रहा है समझ में? This is the acceptation of R. And what is the acceptation of R square? Acceptation of R square is equal to, yes. What is value of N? N is equal to, means 2 plus 2, bracket complete factorial. A to the power 2 upon 2 to the power 2 plus 1. Yes, 2 plus 2, 4 factorial. A square upon 2 to the power 3. Okay, means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 2 into 2 A square. 1 2 1 2, this is equal to how much? 3 A naught square. As you wish. आपको जैसे लग रहा है वैसे याद करिए. आपको लग रहा है कि ये फॉर्मूला मुझे याद करना है, r to the power n is equal to n plus 2 bracket complete factorial a to the power n upon 2 to the power n plus 1. बस दिस इज अप्लीकेबल ओनली अप टू दिस वन. और क्वेश्चन भी यही फॉर्म, यही तक ही सीमित रहेगा, इससे आगे नहीं पूछेंगे. समझ रहे हो? 1 upon r is sufficient. ऐसे थोड़ी 1 upon r क्यूब लिख के पूछिए 1 upon r to the power 3. दिस इज अ डिफिकल्ट वन. यस और नो? इसीलिए जनरली क्वेश्चन भी इस फॉर्मेट में ही रहेगी अप टू like n is equal to minus 2, n is equal to, and 1 upon r square, r square is like that. Okay, this is the acceptation of this one. समझ में आ रहा है ट्रिक? अप टू हियर आप यूज कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं इसमें. Next problem. Okay, show that. Next problem. Show that the most probable distance. Show that the most probable distance. Show that the most probable distance. Show that the most probable distance by the electron, by the electron from the nucleus, from the nucleus in the ground state, in the ground state of hydrogen atom, is equal to the Bohr radius, is equal to the Bohr's radius, is equal to the Bohr radius. Okay. For ground state बोलिए, for ground state of hydrogen atom, for ground state of hydrogen atom, n is equal to 1, l is equal to 0, m is equal to 0. समझ में आ रहा है? n is equal to, n और l के रिलेशन क्या होता है? देखिए, l is equal to 0 dash n minus 1. ओके, और m वैल्यू कैसी होती? m is equal to minus l 2 plus l including 0. Okay, including 0. Okay, What is the wave function? Psi 100 is equal to 1 upon under root pi naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Okay. What is the radial probability density? Okay. A radial probability density is equal to, yes, a radial probability density. A radial probability density. Probability density. What is the probability density formula? Psi into psi star. Yes or no? This is nothing but P of R, okay, is equal to how much? Psi of 100 mod square. Yes or no? 100 mod square into how much? 4 pi r square into 4 pi r square. बस spherical में ये एक बात याद रखिए. Okay. Then this is equal to how much? Mod psi into psi star. This one is a real, na? Then psi is equal to how much? Psi 100 is equal to 1 upon under root pi naught cube e to the power minus r upon a naught. Then what is the mod psi square? Mod 100 square is equal to 1 upon a naught cube into e to the power minus 2r upon a naught. समझ में आ रहा है? Into 2r upon a naught. ये हो गया mod psi square. Okay. Into 4 pi r square. तो लिखिए वहां वैल्यू probability density okay is equal to how much then? Mod p square probability density p of r is equal to mod of psi square into 4 pi r square. Okay, what is the mod psi square? Mod psi square is 1 upon pi a naught cube into a to the power minus 2r upon a naught into 4 pi r square. Okay, pi get cancel. This is equal to how much? 4 upon a naught cube into r square e to the power minus 2r upon a naught. Okay, this one is a radial probability, depends upon r only. इसीलिए second part will be survive. नहीं तो generally sin to psi star is this is sufficient. Okay, for most probable. Clear? Now, what is the value of P of r? P of r is equal to, बोलिए क्या रहा है? 4 upon a naught cube e to the power, r square e to the power minus 2r upon a naught. Okay. For most probable distance, P of r is to be maximum. For most probable distance, P of r is to be maximum. Okay, ये जो word आ रहा है ना maximum, this is a very important. Maximum is a very important. Any quantity is max or minimum. Any quantity is max or min. Any quantity is a maximum or minimum. Its first derivative is equal to zero. Always memorize करिए. Is equal to 0. और यहाँ आपको कंफ्यूजन बस यही होगा कि आप तो बोल रहे हैं कि प्रोडी डेंसिटी इज नथिंग बट मॉड साई स्क्वायर होता है और यहाँ आप आर स्क्वायर ले रहे हैं. तो ये बात याद रखिए कि दिस इज अलाउड ओनली इन स्पेरिकल सिस्टम, हाइड्रोजन एटम में. बाकी में कहीं भी आर स्क्वायर इज नॉट अलाउड. अरे समझ में, बिकॉज हियर सिस्टम इज 3D. सिस्टम 1D होता तो सिंपली टू द पावर माइनस 2 अपॉन ए नॉट इज सफिशिएंट वन. क्लियर? देन d here variable is r, d upon dr into P of r is equal to how much? 0, because this one is a max. समझ में आ रहा है? Any quantity is maximum, its first derivative is equal to how much? 0. So d upon dr, what is this one? 4 upon a naught cube r square e to the power minus 2r upon a naught is equal to 0. Any quantity is maximum or minimum, its first derivative is equal to 0. और second बात r square की रहेगी. This is taken in a spherical system. अरे समझ में? Then this is equal to how much? 0. Okay. 4 upon a naught we can take outside. D upon dr r square e to the power minus 2r/a0 is equal to 0. समझ में आ रहा है? r square e to the power minus 2r upon. Now r square is a function of r. Similarly, e to the power minus 2r upon a0 also a function of r. So here we can use the u into v rule. Okay. Now then r square e to the power minus 2r upon a0. देखिए r square derivative is 2r. At that time, second part is constant e to the power minus 2r upon a0. Plus, second, r square write down as it is. At that time, r square, at that time, e to the power minus 2r upon a0 is a variable. And what is this derivative? R square e to the power minus 2r upon a0. What is this derivative? Is minus 2 upon a0. Is equal to how much? 0. Okay. बहुत टाइम इस पे क्वेश्चन होता है और यहां आप गलती क्या कर दे, देखिए पहली गलती होगी कि आप आर स्क्वायर नहीं लेंगे, हो गया एक पता। सेकंड बात, तो ये कैलकुलेशन करते टाइम थोड़ा सा ये अच्छी तरफ से याद रखिए, नहीं तो अदरवाइज आपका आंसर 0 ही आ जाएगा। अरे समझ कैसे 0 आएगा? आप क्या आप आर स्क्वायर नहीं लेंगे और डी अपॉन डी आर e to the power minus 2r upon a0 is equal to 0. ये डेरिवेटिव क्या आ जाएगा? 2 upon a0 into e to the power minus 2r upon a0 is equal to 0. Like r is equal to r है। समझ में आ रहा है? मतलब आंसर वो होगा ही नहीं इसमें, तो only focus on this one. Here we can take the r square because system is 3D spherical, इसीलिए this part also surviving in this case. Now from this equation we can take common outs. क्या क्या कॉमन निकाल सकते हैं? e to the power minus 2r upon a0 take common out. Okay, next बचेगा क्या है यहाँ 2. This also 2 also we can take outside. तो अंदर क्या रहेगा? r. Next और r भी बाहर निकाल सकते, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. r also we can take outside because here also r, here also r square. तो r we can take common out, means here we can write down 1 only. r बाहर निकल रहा है, e to the power minus 2r upon a0 also we can take outside. And what is the remaining one? Minus r upon a0 is equal to 0. This is like that ABC. ABC is equal to 0 means A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0 or C is equal to 0 or ABC is equal to 0. But देखिए R is not equal to 0. R is not equal to 0. मतलब this two part is equal to 0. Clear? First one. Second, e to the power minus 2r upon a0 0 होगा तो इसका मतलब function is 0. तो ये भी 0 नहीं possible. Simple समझ में आ रहा है? R is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0 means implies that C is equal to 0. What is the C? 1 minus r upon a0 is equal to 0. Means minus r upon a0 is equal to how much? 1. Minus 1. Minus multiplied means r is equal to a0. Means r is equal to a0. R is equal to a0. Our function psi 1 0 0 is equal to how much? 1 upon under root pi a0 cube e to the power minus 2 upon 2r upon a0. R is replaced by a0. Means 2 a0 upon a0. A0 get cancel, means we getting 1 upon under root pi a0 cube into 1 upon e square. And this is the max value of the wave function for this one. अरे समझ में? मतलब जो भी nature रहेगा, this nature will be maximum at what distance? That r is equal to a0. This is the probability density मान के चलिए mod p of r और mod psi square is max at what value? R is equal to a. समझ में आ रहा है? लेकिन यहाँ प्रॉब्लम आपको कहा होगा here probability density is nothing but mod psi square into 4 pi r square. Spherical system हो तो take this part 4 pi r square. Okay, और simply r square into mod psi square ले लिया तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं because 4 pi also going to the right side or cancel this one. Yes, any doubt in this case? Any quantity is maximum or minimum, its first derivative is always 0. Okay, at what distance this probability density is maximum? R is equal to max means peak is a max amplitude. Okay, this is totally hydrogen atom. अरे समझ में? This is a new topic, hydrogen atom. This is also very important. पहले क्या कर दिया, बाय यूजिंग द बोर प्रिंसिपल, बोर पोस्टुलेट. व्हाट इज द बोर पोस्टुलेट? बोर postulates electrostatic potential, electrostatic energy is equal to centrifugal, because one force in away, one force is toward, and this is moving in a circular orbit. Yes or no? When these two forces are balanced to each other, ये दो फोर्स बैलेंस होते हैं, इसके वजह से तो हमारा इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है तो सर्कुलरली मूव होता है. फर्स्ट बोर करस्पॉन्ड प्रिंसिपल. सेकंड बोर करस्पॉन्ड प्रिंसिपल क्या है कि इलेक्ट्रॉन ओनली मूविंग ओनली इन अ स्टेशनरी ऑर्बिट. क्यों उसमें ही चूज करता है? बिकॉज उसमें उसकी एनर्जी लॉस नहीं होती. समझ में आ रहा है? इसकी एनर्जी लॉस नहीं हो रही, तो इसका मतलब उसका रेडियस डिक्रीज नहीं होगा. फाइनली सपोज मान के चलो ऐसा हो गया, तो दिस इज फाइनली बम्बार्डिंग इन न्यूक्लियस हो जाएगा, और इसका अस्तित्व जो है वो खत्म हो जाएगा. समझ में आ रहा है? तो हम उसको ओ एटम नहीं बोल सकते कि जो है, बिकॉज वन इलेक्ट्रॉन इज रिड्यूस हो जाएगा इसमें. ये सब ना, इसीलिए सम एनर्जी लेवल्स होते हैं या लेवल्स होते हैं जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव करने से उसकी एनर्जी लॉस नहीं होती. समझ में आ रहा है? तो उसको बोलते हैं स्टेशनरी ऑर्बिट. ओके. And what is the condition? L is equal to NH cross. L is angular momentum is equal to MUR. Okay. MUR is equal to NH upon 2 pi. बस एडजस्ट कर दिया हमने क्योंकि हमें एनर्जी निकला है. तो एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? माइनस k स्क्वायर अपॉन r होता है. ये सब ना, मतलब माइनस e स्क्वायर अपॉन 4 pi epsilon dot r. This one is the potential energy. What is the kinetic energy? 1/2 m e square. 1/2 m e square. बट m e square की वैल्यू ऑलरेडी हमको मिल रही थी, e square upon 4 by epsilon naught r. लेकिन हमें r की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है, because r write down in the form of constant part. Okay, then we getting r value is equal to n square epsilon naught, n square a square epsilon naught upon pi z m e square. Okay, then r is equal to how much? This one is constant into n square, and this constant value is nothing but a naught. Then r is equal to a naught e n square, or what is the a naught value? A naught is nothing but 0.53 angstrom, and this a naught is known as Bohr radius, 0.53, I think. So r is equal to, I think, n square e h square epsilon naught upon pi z m e square होता है, n square a square upon pi z m e square. Okay, थोड़ा चेक करिए पाई आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है इसमें. ओके, नेक्स्ट दिस वन. नेक्स्ट हमने दोनों एनर्जी पुट कर दी है, काइनेटिक एनर्जी प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. काइनेटिक एनर्जी 1/2, इसलिए एक्स्ट्रा 1/2 आ रहा है, तो 1 minus 2, तो गेटिंग द माइनस साइन. रिमेनिंग ऑल आर कांस्टेंट, माइनस वी गेटिंग 13.6 upon n square into electron volt. Okay, means r relations, energy relations. Sometimes they are given the n value, we can find out the Rn value. Sometimes they are given the n value, we can find out the n. N is a very, very large. Suppose n tends to infinity. What happens? We can say that energy is equal to 0. This is not like that. N tends to 0, energy become continuous. Energy become continuous. Means quantum mechanics behave like a classical mechanics, or quantum system behave like a classical, because continuous energy level. N tends to infinity, एनर्जी बिकम अ कंटिन्यूअस, मतलब ये जो डिफरेंस है वो जीरो आ जाएगा. दिस इज लाइक द कंटिन्यूअस. क्लियर? इसीलिए क्वांटम सिस्टम बिहेव लाइक क्लासिकल सिस्टम. ऐसे मत लिखिए कि एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू 0. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द डेल स्क्वायर? डेल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 1 upon h1 h2 h3 डबल अपॉन डबल q1 h2 h3 upon h1 डबल अपॉन डबल q प्लस डबल अपॉन डबल q2 h1 h2 h3 upon h1 डबल अपॉन डबल q2 प्लस डबल अपॉन डबल q3 h1 h2 upon h3 डबल अपॉन डबल q3. ये जो q1 q2 q3 values that depends upon the system. System is Cartesian, then q1 q2 q3 is nothing but x y z. What is the h1 h2 h3 is 1 1 1, because we know that length along the x direction dx, length along the y direction dy, length along the z direction dz, and what the coefficient of this one is 1 1 1. इसलिए सिंपल है कि डेल स्क्वायर फाइंड आउट इन कार्टेशियन. ओनली वी गेटिंग द डबल स्क्वायर अपॉन डबल स्क्वायर प्लस डबल स्क्वायर अपॉन डबल स्क्वायर प्लस डबल स्क्वायर अपॉन डबल जेड स्क्वायर इन कार्टेशियन सिस्टम. Polar also, sorry, cylindrical also simple one, because only h2 is equal to 1, because what is the first length element? dr. What is the second length element? Rho d. What is the third length element? dz. h1 d rho, h2, sorry, first length d rho, second length rho d rho. What is third length? dz. What is the h1 h2 h3? h1 is 1, h2 is rho, h3 is 1. Means 1 upon rho, double upon rho, h2 h3, rho upon 1, double upon double rho, double upon double upon double, pi h1 h3, 1 1 अपॉन रो को बाहर निकाल सकते हैं 1 अपॉन रो 1 बाय रो स्क्वायर डब अपॉन डब फाइव प्लस डब अपॉन डबा जेड h1 h2 1 into rho upon 1 dab upon dab z रो get cancel rho is not function of z we can take outside spherical system h1 h2 h3 1 r sin theta q1 q2 q3 r theta phi q1 q2 q3 r theta phi h1 h2 h3 1 into r sin theta r square sin theta dab upon first is r dab upon dab r what is the h2 h3 r sin theta now sin theta is not a function of r then this sin theta get cancelled here 1 by r square dab upon dab r square into dab upon dab r okay plus dab upon second theta dab upon dab theta h1 h3 h1 1 h3 r sin theta upon h2 is r then r sin theta upon r get cancelled but sin theta is a function of theta don't take outside then what is the outside 1 upon r square sin theta dab upon dab theta plus dab upon dab h1 h3 h1 h2 h1 1 h2 r upon h3 r sin theta r get cancelled dab upon dab phi r sin theta is constant take outside this r sin theta and r sin theta become r square sin square theta daba into daba square upon daba phi square बस गलती यहां मत करिए यहां जो r स्क्वायर आ रहा है ना डबा अपॉन डबा r स्क्वायर डबा अपॉन डबा तो इस r स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव मत लीजिए कि 2r और 2 cancel like that don't think like that first solve all these terms then this operate on this one del square is equal to this clear in spherical system hydrogen atom is spherical है तो इसलिए we can write down this one then del square plus 2me what is the Schrödinger equation this is SC or Schrödinger equation kinetic energy plus potential energy is nothing but Hamiltonian bracket complete psi is equal to E psi okay is equal to E psi हाँ तो हमने ये वैल्यू पुट कर दी उसमें नेक्स्ट ई टेकन ऑन दिस साइड इज बिकम माइनस लेकिन ये माइनस माइनस से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो ई माइनस वी हो जाएगा नाउ हाइड्रोजन एटम इज एच एटम इज अ डबल एच एटम इज अ double body problems why because here we consider proton at the center and electron moving around this one this is the one particle this is another particle we're getting how many particles two particles this is the first particle this is the second particle isliye we can say this is a double body problem is converted into single body problem by using the reduced mass this one okay इसलिए ये स्कॉडिजर इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना बेहतर रहेगा अरे समझ में तो 1 upon r square dab upon dab r psi 2 m होता m for only one particle but here is a two body then we need to write down m is replaced by u and 2u upon h cross square e minus v bracket complete psi is equal to 0 okay using the variable separable methods इसलिए वो हम सेपरेट कर सकते हैं सेपरेट करने के बाद we need to solve this one then we getting these solutions 2z upon n to be n minus l minus 1 factorial upon this into this okay similarly for theta as well as phi तो सबसे सिंपल है okay उसमें बस n l और m की वैल्यू पुट करते चलिए n is equal to l is equal to then we getting this value psi 100 next psi 220 ये जो फॉर्मूला है उसमें ये पुट करते चलिए हाँ एक बार हम ये भी सॉल्व करके दिखाएंगे सिमिलरली फॉर दिस वन दिस इज द ग्राफ आल्सो एक्सप्लेन करेंगे बाद में हम दिस इज द वेव फंक्शन नेक्स्ट दिस इज अ ग्राउंड स्टेट वेव फंक्शन ओके उन्होंने बोला है व्हाट इज द एवरेज डिस्टेंस एनी क्वांटिटी वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द एवरेज means we need to find out the acceptation of any operator is equal to how much psi star a psi dx upon integration psi star psi dx this is the ideal formula but generally क्या होता है कि given function normalize होता है तो denominator 1 लीजिए given function is not normalized no need to do this first find out the psi star psi dx substitute the value here or we need to use direct formula at that time we need to solve both numerator and denominator integration simultaneously क्लियर लेकिन इसका फायदा क्या होता है जो भी कांस्टेंट है कांस्टेंट गेट कैंसिल हो जाता है और बाकी इंटीग्रेशन सॉल्व करना सिंपल हो जाता है क्लियर सिस्टम 3D d tau कार्टेशियन d dy dz सिलेंड्रिकल रो डी रो डी फाई डी जेड, स्पेरिकल कोई भी फॉर्मूला हो, इसमें dx लिखना है, dA लिखना है या d टाउ लिखना है, ये सिस्टम बताएगी, सिस्टम 1D है, 2D है या 3D है। ओके, बस 3D में याद रखिए वन लेंथ एलिमेंट, दिस इज अ रेडियल चेंज और रेडियल डिस्टेंस इज अ dr, angular r d theta. Okay, next angular r sin theta dy using the uniform circular motion concept. Theta is equal to, this is r, this is a theta, then theta is, this is arc s upon r, ये कंसेप्ट यूज करिए। ओके, इसमें दो फॉर्मूला अच्छी तरफ से याद रखिए, 0 टू इंफिनिटी r टू द पावर n e टू द पावर माइनस r dr इज इक्वल टू n फैक्टोरियल अपॉन a टू द पावर। जहां कहीं भी प्रॉब्लम हमारा हाइड्रोजन एटम होगा, हाइड्रोजन एटम हो, तो वी कैन यूज दिस फॉर्मूला, नो नीड टू यूज द गामा इंटीग्रेशन। लेकिन बाकी इंटीग्रेशन में ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं, बिकॉज हर टाइम्स तुम्हारा इंटीग्रेशन का लिमिट जो है तो 0 टू इंफिनिटी आएगा, ऐसी बात थोड़ी है। यस सर। नेक्स्ट, सेकेंड बात, यूजिंग द गामा फॉर्मूला इज इक्वल टू दिस वन, और गामा इंटीग्रेशन में गामा वैल्यू सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है। ये तीनों स्टेप अच्छी तरफ से याद रखिए, तो आप कौन से भी गामा इंटीग्रेशन को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। गामा इज इक्वल, गामा एन इज इक्वल टू एन प्लस वन, एन में स्मॉल है ना, कुछ भी हो सकता है। मान के चलो कि मुझे 50 है, तो 50 को लिखिए 49 प्लस वन, मेरे पास 7/2 तो 5/2 प्लस वन लिखिए, इट्स लाइक दैट। और नेक्स्ट बात, गामा एन इज 1/2 इज इक्वल टू √5 और गामा एन 1 इज इक्वल टू 1, ये दो, दिस टू वैल्यूज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट। फाइनली वही दो वैल्यूज आ जाएंगे, फ्रैक्शन में है तो 1/2 फॉर्म आएगा, नंबर में है तो फाइनली 1 आ जाएगा। ओके, नेक्स्ट, एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ आर ऑलवेज मेमोराइज दिस इंटीग्रेशन वैल्यू, ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, समझ में आ रहा है, वेरी एंटी डायरेक्ट, दिस इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच। हर टाइम्स मत सॉल्व करिए, डायरेक्ट आप 4 पाई लिख सकते हैं, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा। दिस फंक्शन इज डज नॉट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द आर, हमारा साइज डज नॉट डिपेंड्स अपॉन आर, डायरेक्ट वी कैन राइट डाउन द 2 into 2 is a 4 pi, r cube n factorial 3 factorial upon 2 upon a naught bracket is to 4, पुट करिए। अब एक दो बार इस प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे, वी गेटिंग आंसर वेरी फास्टली। एवरी प्रॉब्लम हैव द सेम कैलकुलेशन, मैंने तीनों मेथड से वो सॉल्व करके दिखाए। Acceptation, sorry, error can be written as x square minus like that, but here which quantity is important, r is important, दोनों भी हमने सॉल्व कर दिए थे, just to substitute here these values. नेक्स्ट, 1s फाइंड आउट द एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ v, हमें ये जो एक्सेप्टेशन का ऑपरेटर है ना वो पता होना चाहिए। हियर एक्सेप्टेशन ऑपरेटर क्या है, माइनस e स्क्वायर अपॉन ये, यह काइनेटिक एनर्जी हो सकता है, काइनेटिक एनर्जी p स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m लाइक दैट, माइनस h क्रॉस स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m इनटू डेल स्क्वायर, समझ में आ रहा है, मतलब ये कुछ भी दे सकते हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं, कभी कभी देंगे कि एक्सेप्टेशन ऑफ r टू द पावर 4 r into e to the power minus r like that, anything, okay, बट जनरल आइडेंटिकल है तो वो तो वही सेम आंसर रहेगा, लाइक दैट माइनस e स्क्वायर अपॉन इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, kinetic energy minus h cross square double square upon double, like that. Okay, we can use this trick, r to the power n is equal to n plus 2 bracket complete factorial a to the power n upon 2 to the power n plus 1, or this trick is applicable up to this one। बट सेकंड बात ये भी याद रखिए कि जनरली प्रॉब्लम जो है तो अप टू हियर ही पूछेंगे वो, ओके, इसलिए याद भी रख दिया तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, या आप रेगुलर मेथड से भी सॉल्व करेंगे तो ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा आपको। यस, और मोस्ट प्रोबेबल की कंडीशन होती है कि फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव इज इक्वल टू 0, कोई भी फंक्शन गिवन हो तो फाइंड आउट द फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव। ओके, ऐसी कुछ बात नहीं, मान के चलो कि साइज इक्वल टू लाइक दैट है, साइज इक्वल टू x e to the power alpha x सपोज। नाउ दिस सिस्टम तो हमको 1D लग रहा है, अरे समझ में, तो इसको x स्क्वायर लेने की जरूरत नहीं। दिस व्हाट इज द मॉड साइज स्क्वायर, मॉड साइज स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू x स्क्वायर e to the power minus 2 alpha x, but here system is spherical है, इसलिए we can take the 4 pi r square is the extra part, radial part जितना भी है उतना सर्वाइव हो जाएगा। what is the radial part, r square dr is like that, okay, तो इसलिए 4 pi r square को याद रखिए, r square को रखिए, okay, or we can use this one, any quantity is maximum or minimum, its first derivative is equal to 0, we can find out this value ना, first derivative we getting some x value or r value or theta value, और ये जो वैल्यू आ रही उसको हम फंक्शन में पुट करेंगे तो वी गेटिंग द मैक्स वैल्यूज, ओके, एट दिस पॉइंट दिस सिस्टम इज व्हाटएवर द फंक्शन इज अ मैक्सिमम, ओके, मतलब हमने r इज इक्वल टू a नॉट फाइंड आउट कर दिया ना, a नॉट के लिए हमारा फंक्शन जो भी प्रोडक्टिव फंक्शन है या फंक्शन है व्हाटएवर दिस वन जो भी गिवन है वो मैक्सिमम आएगा, ओके, यस, एनी डाउट इन दिस केस? बोलिए, कुछ डाउट है इसमें? कोई स्टेप समझ में नहीं आ रही? यस, बोलिए, एनी डाउट? इंटीग्रेशन समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, फॉर्मूला समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, गामा इंटीग्रेशन फॉर्मूले में कंपैरिजन करना नहीं आ रहा है। गामा इंटीग्रेशन बहुत टाइम से आप याद रखिए। व्हाट इज द गामा इंटीग्रेशन फॉर्मूला? गामा इंटीग्रेशन, बट गामा इंटीग्रेशन भी ये बात सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि लिमिट मस्ट बी जीरो टू इन्फिनिटी, नहीं तो आपके पास लिमिट माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू प्लस इन्फिनिटी आप कर रहे हो गामा इंटीग्रेशन, तो दिस वन इज नॉट अलाउड। आर टू द पावर एम, आर टू द पावर एम, कुछ भी लिखिए ऐसे, आर नहीं तो कुछ भी वेरिएबल हो, एक्स टू द पावर एम ई टू द पावर माइनस ए एक्स टू द पावर एन डी एक्स इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? 1 upon n gamma m plus 1 upon n divided by a to the power m plus 1 upon n। फिजिक्स में ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं होते, डिफिकल्ट नहीं होते इसका मतलब कुछ फॉर्मूले आपको पता है तो वी कैन सॉल्व इजीली, अरे समझ में, लेकिन आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि कौन सा फॉर्मूला हमें कब यूज करना है। व्हाट इज फॉर गामा इंटीग्रेशंस? यस, गामा इंटीग्रेशन एक्स टू द पावर एन एट, बस एम और एन की पोजीशन मत चेंज करिए, नहीं तो ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस नहीं हो तो एम को एन लेते, एन को एम ले लेते हम। ओके, और इसमें दो बातें याद रखना, गामा 1/2 इज √5, गामा 1 इज 1 एंड थर्ड वन इज गामा n इज इक्वल टू स्मॉल n plus 1 is nothing but n gamma n। ओके